All right. All right, guys, we are live. Hi, guys. Did you miss me? I missed you guys. It's been a while. Okay, I think I finally got my volume levels the way I want them to sound. So, yeah, it's been a while. It's just been a crazy month. I've had a few personal things I had to take care of. One of them basically being I needed to get some work done or help Dad get some work done around the house. And because of it, the house looks a lot better. A lot better. Oh, I need some water. Sorry about that. But one of the things I needed to do was I needed to get some get the stone tile floors that we have mopped up and cleaned real good. And because of that, they look a lot better than they did. Um, the tile floor in the kitchen, the one in the laundry room, and the one in the bathroom, and also or my bathroom and the one in the front bathroom, they all look so much better. Even my dad was going, "Wow, son, this looks really good." Did that, went over the went over my bathroom, I went over the countertops in the kitchen. So yeah, I've been a busy little bee this week. So yeah. Oh yeah, and if you don't okay, heads up, if you don't see me this week next weekend until later, yeah, I'll be going to my dad's favorite uncle's birthday. And yeah, I'm gonna be going with him. We're gonna spend some time with his uncle. Oh man, I forgot what he said, what his uncle's name was, but he was his favorite uncle. He's his favorite uncle. So yeah. Oh hey, Chojin, what's up, man? How you doing? But yeah, we'll be going to my dad next weekend. We'll be going to my dad's favorite uncle's birthday party. So we're gonna drive up there. He'll drive up there, and I'll probably drive back, and we'll probably grab dinner. But we won't be gone for long. Um, so I'll try and see if not that Saturday evening, maybe Sunday, maybe you try and do a reaction video with you guys or something. We'll do something special. Good to see you on, Chojin. All right. Well, I think, like I said, I think I finally got my volume controls the way I want them to sound because I did a mic test, a sound test a while ago. I think I finally got them under control. Oh, man. So, without further ado, here we go. We're going to start reacting to some Sir Spooks. And we might do Nukes Top 5, and we might do Slapped Ham, too. We'll have to see. Until then, oh, yes, it is a pain in the butt, Chojin. It's a big pain in the butt. Well, especially when you've got the volume control to where um, you can hear the video just fine, but you can't hear yourself. Oh, man. Yeah. So, without further ado, let's start off with Sir Spooks. Let's see. That's my Twitter page. All right. This is the 11 scary videos that left people speechless. And don't worry, I'll check off and on in the chat box and I'll say hi to you. I'm just using my one monitor today, so we're just going to do it that way. But in between videos, I will stop and I'll check and see who else is on, and I'll say hi to you. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to be in chat. Don't be afraid to say hi in chat. You say hi to me. It will take me a little bit to get to you, but I will tell you hi. Okay, I'll give you shout outs. But hey, yeah, don't be shy about getting to the chat, everybody. Um, all I ask is you guys, be on your best behavior. Don't be dicks. Be nice to everybody. So, all right. Without further ado, let's start with the 11 scary videos that left people speechless. You guys ready? I know I am. So without further ado, away we go.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 11 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. The first video we'll be having a look at today comes to us from a TikTok account known as DogsHouse23 and showcases a piece of home security camera footage taken late at night inside this seemingly normal house. In the beginning of the video, we watch as several family members wander around the house, simply going about their business like any ordinary day. But while they're doing this, something very unusual is happening that may be hard to notice.
I see a golden retriever. Doing what golden retrievers do best. Laying on the couch. What? Oh, wait a minute. What is that over there? What the? Oh, wait a minute. Is that a spirit orb? Look at that. Look at that. Oh, look at the dog. Look at the dog. Look at the dog. Look at that. It's coming toward the couch, and look at the dog. It sees it, and it gets off the couch. It doesn't want anything to do with it.
Did you see it?
Yes.
Throughout the footage, there appears to be some sort of strange, orb-like object floating around the room. Most of the time, videos like this can be explained away as dust or insects passing in front of the camera.
That's not dust, that's not an insect.
Orb stands out because of how visible and consistent it appears throughout the clip.
Actually, it looks like there's several of them. That one is the only one that looks visible. But off and on, there's some more, and they appear, and yeah. Plus, I definitely think this is legit, guys, because look how you saw how the way the dog reacted, right? It came toward the couch, and the dog got off the couch. It wanted nothing to do with the orb. So yeah, I think this is legit.
The way it moves through the room is what makes the footage feel especially
strange.
Almost as if it's deliberately drifting around the family while they remain completely unaware of it.
It's hiding behind the beam.
A second video was uploaded later on, showing even more unsettling activity. This time outside near the back of the house. Pay close attention to the lower left-hand corner.
Oh.
Right around here, what appears to be a dark shadow figure can briefly be seen lingering near the edge of the frame before disappearing from view. It's possible there could be a more ordinary explanation behind what's being seen in both clips, especially considering how security cameras can distort lighting, shadows, and movement at night.
Exactly. Yeah, this might be a trick of the light. It might be actually a person or one of the pets, and the videos distorted the image. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, that this may not be legit. This may be just an anomaly.
Even so, the combination of the orb footage and the figure appearing outside is enough to make the videos feel difficult to ignore.
Yeah.
So what do you make of these clips? Could this family really have captured paranormal activity inside and around their home? Or is there another explanation for what was caught on camera?
Well, this one in particular with the orb, I mean, I'm not too sure about the video. But this one with the orb, that looks legit. That looks legit. Because I mean, look how the dog reacts, when it comes toward the couch, the dog immediately gets off. It wants nothing to do with it. Now that being said, even though the dog wants nothing to do with it, it doesn't seem to have any problems with the rest of the family. It just hovers around. It hovers around and kind of maybe hides behind the one pole, but it hovers around the family. It seems like it's used to them. I don't know. That may just be me, but I don't know. But yeah, this one in particular looks legit. I'm not too sure about the one outside, but this one, yeah, definitely seems real.
A YouTuber known as Stanatar555 uploaded a video to the short section of the platform in June of 2018 that sees him filming something very bizarre while at his sister's house at 3 in the morning.
Okay. What?
In the video, we watch as Stanatar films the lamp sitting on the desk in front of him. As we can clearly see, the lamp is completely turned off. However, when he pans the camera over toward the mirror, the reflection of the lamp somehow appears to be lit up. Stanatar also clarified in the description that no other light sources were turned on in the room at the time of the recording. So why is the lamp appearing to be on in the mirror when it's clearly off in reality? The whole thing feels almost like something out of the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
Some viewers have also pointed out what looks like a possible figure underneath the table.
Ooh.
Though it's difficult to make out clearly. A second part was uploaded the following night, and this time we see this. On night 2, everything appears to be completely normal again.
Yeah.
With the reflection matching the room exactly as you'd expect. One possible explanation is that the lamp may still have had a small amount of current running through it, causing a faint glow that wasn't visible from Stanatar's angle in the room, but could still be picked up through the camera and reflection.
It could have, but how do you explain the figure in the mirror?
Some older or lower quality LED lights are known to continue glowing slightly, even after being switched off. Still, the contrast between the two videos is pretty strange, especially with how clearly the reflection appears illuminated in the first clip. So what do you think happened here? Was this just some odd visual anomaly, or did Stanatar capture something genuinely difficult to explain?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is weird. This is very weird. I can't explain this. I cannot explain this, you guys. Because, and he may be right, it may still have a little bit of current flowing through it, but you can only pick it up on a camera lens. But then again, if that's the case, you'd think you'd be able to pick it up on the regular lamp too. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe it is only visible in the mirror through the camera. I don't know. Guys. This is weird.
The creepy subreddit is filled with videos and photos that are, well, exactly as the name suggests.
All things
this
creepy.
Post made by user Al Furious CXII is no exception. The video, filmed by the uploader himself, shows him standing inside a children's museum in front of some kind of thermal camera display. At first, everything appears perfectly normal, but when he steps back for a moment, things suddenly become a lot stranger.
Wait, what the?
Right around here, what appears to be some kind of cold body suddenly becomes visible on the thermal camera. The shape is faint, but distinct enough to immediately stand out against the warmer color surrounding it.
What?
The unsettling part is how human-like the outline
Yes.
appears, especially because it seems to show up only after the uploader moves away from the screen. That said, many people in the comments were fairly skeptical of the clip. One of the most popular explanations is that the shape is simply leftover heat from where the uploader had been standing moments earlier, causing the thermal camera to briefly maintain the outline. Even so,
actually, if you look carefully, you can see the body behind his image. If you look carefully.
So, the way the figure suddenly appears on screen is still pretty eerie to watch. So what do you think was captured here? Just a normal effect from the thermal camera, or something a bit more unusual?
Something a bit more unusual. That's creepy. That's creepy. I mean, I know how I'd feel if I was looking at myself in a thermal image camera and stepped away and saw something like that laying on the floor, and I looked around and there's nothing there. I'd be freaking out. That's weird. That's creepy.
Reddit user Ben4333 posted a video to the Alien subreddit a couple of weeks ago to share footage reportedly filmed over Nellis Air Force Base in Nevada on April 19th, 2026. For the first few seconds of the clip, we watch as Ben records the nighttime activity around him before panning the camera upward and revealing something pretty mesmerizing.
Oh, well, hello. Oh my. Well, if this is special effects, this is an amazing optical effect. If this is CGI, it's very well done.
A glowing object with a very unusual shape can suddenly be seen hovering in the sky above the base. The object appears almost disc-like, with rows of light surrounding it and a bright blue glow coming from underneath, giving it a look that doesn't immediately resemble a conventional aircraft.
No.
The way it hangs motionless in the sky is what really stands out. Combined with the lighting and shape, it creates a moment that feels genuinely surreal. It's easy to see why people interested in UFOs would find this footage compelling, especially given the location and the object's appearance. Unfortunately, Ben never really expanded on the sighting in the comments, so there's very little context surrounding what was actually happening during the recording. Because of that, it's difficult to say whether this was something explainable or something far more unusual. So what do you think was captured over Nellis Air Force Base that night?
I think what was captured over Nellis Air Force Base was a scout ship. Now, I've told this on several of my I've said this on several of my videos, and I strongly believe this. Don't get me wrong. I don't think we're alone out there. I think there's other life out there. Personally, though, I strongly believe we are on the do not contact list. With the way that we are and how we behave and all. You know, the other life forms out there, they know what we're capable of. They know we're not ready. You know, they're not ready. We're not ready to meet them because of the way we are, and that's for that reason we're on the do not contact list. To be like, it's probably like, okay, you guys want to do your space program? We'll keep an eye on you. We'll watch over you. We'll see how well you do. But we are not contacting you. You know, you guys are too arrogant, too primitive. You know, you're not, you know, you need to settle your differences between each other first. You need to settle your differences between each other first. You need to settle you need to be more civil, become more civilized, more reasonable than you are now. And when you do that, yeah, then we'll come and talk to you. We'll come down and talk to you. Not now. Now you'll see I think some of the ships that we see that they see in the sky, they're touring buses. They're touring vehicles. They're full of tourists. And the guide's basically telling them, okay, guys, you see these people? These are the humans. They're the earthlings. You know, should anything happen to the ship and we have to land or crash or anything, stay near the ship. Do not have any contact with them because they're not ready for us. They're on the do not contact list for a reason. And I strongly believe that. You know, when we learn to get along with each other more, and when we learn to be more reasonable, more civilized than we are now, I'm going, yeah, then I think they'll contact us. I think they'll talk to us. But not now. Not now. We're on the do not contact list for a reason. And that's just my theory.
In this video posted to TikTok on April 22nd, 2026, a user known as Poor Just Ryan explains that he had just pulled into his driveway when he noticed something strange.
Like his avatar.
The shed was somehow turned on.
Oh my.
Ryan says he hadn't even been inside the shed in 3 days, so naturally he was confused as to why the lights would suddenly be on. After parking his car, he decides to head over and investigate for himself.
I gotta see what's going on. Hold on. This is insane. Doors open in here too? Hey, who's in here? Hey! Who is in here? Come on, man! Come on!
Okay, I see something here. It didn't pick it up on camera, but I saw what almost looked like a see-through feather floating behind me. I caught it out of the corner of my eye. See-through feather? I caught it out of the corner of my eye, then it went behind my view. I saw it again, and then I couldn't see it. Okay.
What is that? What is that?
And whatever it is, a weird tapping noise this is. I'll chalk it up to the tool.
Hey,
okay.
who is in here, man? I'm over it!
As soon as he pushes the shed door open, a faint voice can seemingly be heard saying, "Get out."
Doors open in here too? Hey, who's in here? Hey!
What's interesting is that Ryan doesn't appear to react at all, suggesting he likely didn't hear it at the time of recording.
Yeah.
A little later, Ryan asks out loud, "What's that?" He explains through on-screen text that the camera didn't pick it up very well, but claims that in the moment, he saw what looked like a see-through feather floating behind him. According to him, it disappeared from view shortly afterward.
Oh my God, dude,
Okay.
Hey, who is in here, man? I'm over it! Did you hear that? My dog's barking too. How's my dog outside? How did my dog just get outside?
After talking briefly about his dog and continuing to look around, Ryan moves toward the ladder once again and suddenly hears this.
Okay. I'm done. Oh my god, I'm done. Okay, I'm done. Oh my god.
The noise catches him completely off guard, bringing the clip to another abrupt and unsettling moment.
Okay.
Could this possibly be some kind of ghost or spirit lingering around Ryan's property? It's certainly easy to see why some viewers would think so after hearing and seeing everything shown throughout the video. It's possible there could be ordinary explanations for some of what's happening here, especially when it comes to strange audio or small details that are difficult to clearly make out on camera. Even so, the combination of the voice, the unexplained sounds, and Ryan's reaction gives the whole video a very uneasy atmosphere. So what do you think is going on around Ryan's house? Be sure to let me know your theories in the comments below.
I gotta know what's going on. And I agree with all the kicks when he reviewed this. I think it's cap. Because the way he's reacting is really you're doing it like this, you know. And I bet I know why his dog's out. He's got his buddy out there, and he opened the door to let his dog, or his girlfriend let his dog out, or his wife let his dog out, whatever. But yeah, he's doing it to stack YouTube points. You know, he's doing it to get more watchers, more subscribers. You know, it's cap. It's total cap. No, I did not see a transparent feather. Now, maybe he did. I don't know. But, yeah, this is just, you know, if you, and, you know, if it is someone squatting in his workhouse, you know, this is why we have the Second Amendment. This is why you need a gun in the house. You know, to chase away the intruders. And if they're going to be violent with you, at least have something to defend yourself. And if it is a ghost, then you need a priest, dude. You need to get your place blessed. But I think it's cap.
Reddit user Lazy Strawberry 07
Lazy
posted a video to the Paranormal Encounters subreddit, in which they explained that their father-in-law caught this footage inside his house while nobody else was home.
Okay. Hello. Okay then. Whoa, what the? What?
At the beginning of the video, one of the closet doors suddenly swings open on its own before eventually shutting again. A few moments later, a second door opens by itself, followed shortly after by the first door opening once more. According to the uploader, the closet only contains a washing machine and dryer, with very little room for anything else inside. They also mention that the doors only have handles on the outside. If you listen closely near the beginning of the clip, you can also hear what sounds like some kind of faint shuffling or dragging noise coming from nearby. way the doors move is what really makes the footage feel strange. They don't seem to drift open naturally, but
No.
instead move with a quickness that makes the moment feel much harder to dismiss as something like airflow. Could this
Yeah.
possibly be some kind of paranormal activity taking place inside the house? It's easy to see why the uploader was unsettled by what was captured. Of course, there may still be a more ordinary explanation behind the movement, even if it doesn't immediately seem obvious from the footage alone. So what do you think happened here? Could this house actually be haunted,
It could
or is
be.
there another explanation for the doors moving on their own?
Okay, now this. Okay, this. Yeah, he's right. You know, the doors don't slowly open. They act as though they're shoved open by someone or something. And then you get the light turning on and off. And it says the homeowner says that it contains only a washer and a dryer inside. Excuse me. And it's not big enough for someone to get in. Now, you could probably crouch in there, but you'd have a hell of a time trying to get the doors open from the inside. Because he said that they explained that the doors only have handles on the outside. I don't know. This actually I'll have to say this actually seems more legit than other videos I've seen. Yeah. That's weird.
This next video was actually featured on my channel several years ago, but I figured it would be worth revisiting since it's been such a long time.
Yeah, I love when he does this. Going back at some of his older videos. Yeah, especially if we haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, reviewing them. Yeah, I like the fact that he's doing this.
The video was posted to YouTube on April 5th, 2009 by a user known as Ericus Maximus and shows a man riding around on an ATV somewhere in Gum Hill, West Virginia. At first, the man appears to be having a great time driving through the rocky terrain, even riding directly through a creek at one point. But right about here is where things start to get very strange.
I want one of these so bad. I want an ATV. I don't care if I have to get a license for it or not. I want an ATV. I want to run around with my cousins in the backwoods. Just have fun. Oh man, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Okay. Oh yeah, he's having a big time. Of course, mine would be blue, but oh well. Well, actually, I say that mine would be any color, or as long as it works, mine would be any color or that I could get. But I'd like to have a blue one, but oh well. Blue's my favorite color. Oh, wait a minute, what's that? Even he's looking at it.
What was that?
A tall, lanky, and hairy figure can suddenly be seen walking directly in front of the man on the ATV. At first, it seems like he doesn't notice it, but he eventually comes to a complete stop and begins pointing frantically at the figure, while the cameraman asks aloud, "What was that?" The reaction from the two persons is what really makes the clip stand out. Whatever they saw clearly caught them off guard. Of course, the most common theory is that the figure could be some kind of a Bigfoot-like creature, especially considering its height and overall appearance. Some viewers have also pointed out that the setup itself feels fairly elaborate for a simple hoax, especially with the ATV riding through rough terrain and the creek beforehand, which adds a bit more credibility for some people. There is still the chance that this was simply a person in a costume, possibly staged to create a convincing encounter out in the woods. So what do you think was captured here? Was this a genuine cryptid sighting, or something created to look like one?
I don't know. You know, it as blurry as it is, you can hardly make it out. Potato 99. Yeah, it's hard to make out, but it could be just a person walking through the woods. Then again, it could be a Bigfoot. I don't know. You know, I'm sorry, but sorry to pause and pause and pause on it, but yeah, with videos like that, when you can barely see what's going on, I kind of have to be kind of silent about it because I can't explain something like that. I don't have enough detail to explain it or enough information to explain it. And the video is crappy, and yeah, you can't really see completely what's going on. But anyway.
Over the past few weeks, the United States Department of War website has become a huge topic of discussion online after the government began publicly releasing hundreds of previously classified UFO and UAP related files. The release includes military videos, photographs, pilot reports, eyewitness accounts, and other documents connected to unexplained aerial phenomena dating back decades, with many of the cases still officially listed as unresolved. The following video, which is part of the recent release archive, shows infrared sensor footage shot in 2013 in the Middle East. The footage is nearly 2 minutes long and was captured from a US military platform. Let's take a look.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they had this on Fox News too one night. Yeah, I remember seeing that on Fox News. This thing is interesting. Look at it, looks like a star. I wonder if it's their version of a scout drone. Because this is definitely not one of ours.
Although the footage is somewhat blurry, the
Yeah.
object at first appears as nothing more than a small dark dot in the distance. But once the camera zooms in, it reveals a much more unusual shape, almost resembling some kind of a dark star-like figure, with several pointed protrusions extending outward from the center, making the
Oh
footage
wow,
feel
look at
even
that.
more
Yeah, that
difficult to
looks
explain.
better.
Could this truly be something otherworldly, or is there a grounded explanation to be found? Let me know what you think.
Well, it's definitely not one of ours. Yeah, it's not one of ours.
On March 28, 2026, a TikToker known as Jessel Do posted video of herself doing laundry at home, simply going about her day as usual. A few seconds pass with nothing out of the ordinary happening when suddenly something very strange occurs.
Hello.
Right around the 9-second mark, a phone charger that can clearly be seen plugged in suddenly gets thrown onto the floor by what appears to be an unseen force, causing the woman to quickly turn around and investigate. She eventually picks the charger back up and continues with what she was doing, though you can tell the incident definitely caught her off guard. A second video uploaded later on shows the same woman relaxing on her couch, watching TV, when she suddenly experiences another unsettling moment.
Well, let's see it again. Okay, she's in. Okay, somebody could have thrown that. Somebody could have thrown that. She never reacted too much to it.
Something that appears to be a lamp is suddenly and violently thrown onto the floor, startling her badly. For the remainder of the clip, she mostly just sits there in silence, seemingly trying to process what she just witnessed. The reactions in both videos feel fairly genuine, which is part of what makes the clip stand out. The way the objects are suddenly knocked over also makes the moments feel difficult to immediately explain.
Yeah,
Of
but
course,
it still
there's
could be
also
thrown.
the possibility that the incidents were staged in
It
some
could
way.
be.
But from the footage alone, it's hard to tell exactly how the objects moved the way they did. So what do you think happened here? Could this really be paranormal activity taking place inside her home? Or is there another explanation behind these strange incidents?
I don't know. The charger looks like it was thrown by an unseen force. Now it could be attached to an invisible, semi-invisible line. Um, Now the lamp, it could have been thrown by somebody, which probably explains why she didn't react very much to it being thrown. It's probably it's probably either a boyfriend or sibling, and they pulled a prank on her like that before, and they tried it again, and it's like, nah, I'm not falling for it twice. I don't know. I don't know, guys. I really don't. I really don't. I don't know. I don't know.
This next video comes to us from a TikTok account known as Tranquility Botanicals and shows a mother simply trying to put her baby down to sleep for the night, but it's clear something strange may also be happening in the room.
Aww. Ooh.
We watch as the mother gently places her baby down for the night before slowly noticing that a jog ball sitting in the room appears to be moving all by itself. The movement is subtle at first, but noticeable enough to immediately catch her attention. A while later, the account owner uploaded a follow-up video in an attempt to show viewers that the footage was authentic, demonstrating that it wasn't wind or some other obvious environmental factor causing the ball to move.
Oh, wow.
Where are you?
Hold on, I'm trying to prove something. I'm trying to prove something.
Can I hang out with you?
Yes.
Oh, that's exactly what I was doing.
Yeah. Observe.
Well, then here. And then. Let's do what you do.
Somebody was trying to say that.
I know.
Well, there's a gap between the.
Yeah, of course there's a gap. There's a gap in every single house.
I know. So that's what
So
I
then
was
here,
showing.
I'll do what you do. Ugh.
My husband.
And the heat's on, by the way.
Yeah.
I just turned the heat on. So the HVAC system is up and running. Yeah.
The second clip definitely makes the situation feel more difficult to explain. especially since they seem fairly determined to rule out some of the more common explanations. Could this possibly be some kind of paranormal presence interacting with the room? Of course, there could still be another explanation behind the movement that simply isn't obvious from the footage alone. Even so, the way the ball moves is definitely strange enough to leave people questioning it. So what do you think caused the jog ball to move on its own?
I don't know about that, guys. That's weird. That is weird. It could be cap, it could be real. I'm not so sure.
It goes without saying that graduation day is one of the most exciting moments in a student's life, as years of
more,
hard work
give
are
or
finally
take.
being celebrated and acknowledged.
Give or take. Yeah.
It's supposed to be a day full of smiles, or at least it should be. This video was posted to Reddit by a user known as Jonathan World and shows footage from a school graduation ceremony where everything seems perfectly normal at first. Multiple students can be seen lined up on stage, patiently waiting to receive their diplomas, when suddenly something very strange happens.
Oh.
Right around here, a young man can be seen standing with his graduation cap on before it suddenly gets pulled clean off his head, leaving everyone nearby looking completely confused. The movement of the cap is what really makes the moment stand out. It doesn't simply fall off naturally, but instead appears to get yanked away with surprising force. It's easy to see why some viewers connected the moment to something paranormal, especially since the cap doesn't appear to move in a way you'd normally expect from wind alone. There is also the chance that the whole thing could have been some kind of prank or staged moment, though from the footage alone, it's difficult to say for certain. So what do you think happened during this graduation ceremony? Was this just a strange coincidence, or did something unseen really pull the cap away?
Well, look at that again. Let me meet this. I mean, it's blurry, but I don't see any strings. I don't see any strings whatsoever. That thing was pulled off him by someone or something. And one of his fellow students.
Or did something unseen really pull the
I
cap
think something
away?
unseen pulled his graduation cap off.
And that was 11 scary videos. I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, then subscribe for more scary content.
Okay, that looks
My
more
name
like
is
a
Sir
guy
Spooks,
walking in the
and I'll see you
woods.
all in the
Yeah,
next video.
and got the ball moving. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, there's the first video. So yeah, it's. Oh man. I got a comment from this one dumbbell not too long ago. It said, "This idiot talks over everything. You can't hear the audio and the video at all." And I'm going, "Are you serious?" I'm going, "Yeah, that's what's called reactive commentary, guys. That's how you make a reaction video. You talk and you explain, and you have your explanation and your reaction through vocal communication. You through vocal expression. That's what reaction commentary is all about. I mean, how stupid are you? Gosh. That's what reaction commentary is all about, my man. Jeez. Oh my gosh. What an idiot. Oh well. Alright, there's the first video. Let's see who else is in the chat. Hmm. Well, looks like Chosen's the only one in the chat right now. That's fine. Well, I'd start on what's going on, but now I'm keeping politics out of the chat. We're not bringing politics into the chat. Yeah, I know you're still there, Chosen. It's fine. Thank you for at least dropping by. At least somebody's in the chat. You know, to all you guys who are watching this now after the live stream, don't be like this. If I tell you I'm live, or if you get a notification that I'm live, come to the chat, say hi, show that you're there. Like I said in one of my videos, you want me to stick around, you want me to improve upon myself, you guys give me a reason to. You help me get to 500 subscribers. I'm well on the way. I'm up to 94. Now I keep this up, I'll probably have more, slowly but surely. But spread the word, guys. Help me get to 500 subscribers, and maybe I can get monetized. Maybe I can actually start making some money from YouTube. But and subscribe to my friends. And if you like what you see from my reaction commentary, visit the channels that I react to, like and subscribe to their channels. So, all right, let's see. There was that one. So let's see, there we go. All right, let's do the 17 scary videos that caught something terrifying. All right, you guys ready? I know I am. So without further ado, away we go.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 17 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin. I think it's pretty safe to say that many people don't find hospitals to be very comforting places. As a matter of fact, a lot of people find them pretty unsettling. If you're one of those people, then this video we're about to look at probably won't help much. The video was posted to the Paranormal Encounter subreddit by user known as NoTower5558 and showcases the 4th floor of an undisclosed hospital that was apparently closed down many years ago. According to the uploader, security experienced this while doing their rounds.
You need to come to 369 because we're experiencing a ghost.
Big time.
Literally.
Jeez, oh, yeah, there it goes.
Seriously, come look at this.
Now it's gonna stop. So if you know it, say hi.
Ethel,
Paul?
Ethel, what's wrong with you tonight? What? What's wrong, Ethel?
Where is the
As you can see throughout the video, multiple lights can be seen flickering on and off in the room. At one point, a television even appears to turn on by itself. What also makes the footage interesting is that the hospital workers can be heard asking, "Ethel, what's wrong with you tonight?" implying this may not be the first strange incident they've experienced on the abandoned floor. The atmosphere of the video alone is enough to make it feel eerie, especially knowing the area has supposedly been closed off for years. Of course, there could still be more ordinary explanations behind some of what's happening, especially in an older hospital where electrical issues wouldn't exactly be uncommon. Even so, the workers' reactions make it seem like this wasn't entirely normal to them either. So who exactly is Ethel, and why do the workers seem so familiar with these strange occurrences? Whatever the explanation may be, it's definitely a creepy video to watch late at night.
Okay. If this is all staged, I'm going to be like, I mean, y'all got nothing better to do while you're on your night shift? You're in a hospital. You know, patients need you. No, I mean, is it a quiet night? Is it a quiet night? You know, no patient really needs you right now, so you ladies are just doing a bunch. Now, okay. Now that being said, maybe this isn't staged. Maybe this room is actually haunted by a former patient named Ethel. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what to think. I don't know whether this is real or not, or if it's staged. If it's a hoax, it's one hell of a hoax. You know, it's just, wow. I don't know. Let's just go on to the next video.
Over on TikTok, a man named Nolan Brock posted a video to his account back in February of 2023 that showcases a piece of home security camera footage taken inside his living room. Nolan says he had accidentally fallen asleep on the couch at the time of the recording, and mentioned that when he reviewed the footage afterward, it genuinely terrified him.
What in the... Whoa! Hello! What the... Whoa, easy there, bud.
At first, we can hear strange noises coming from the doors as they slowly begin moving on their own.
Yeah, what
Nolan
is up
appears
with
to wake up
that?
briefly and look around before eventually falling back asleep on the couch. A little while later, the footage cuts ahead to another moment when Nolan is asleep once again. This time, one of the doors suddenly slams shut loudly,
Whoa!
instantly jolting him awake in confusion as he tries to figure out what just happened. The build-up beforehand is what makes the clip feel especially unsettling. The doors don't immediately slam shut right away.
Okay, if he's got a girlfriend that's pranking him with that's mean. That's mean. Hang on, guys, just a sec. All right, sorry about that, guys.
But instead seem to move gradually at first.
Yeah,
while the louder incident happens later on.
If he's got someone hiding behind the couch doing that, okay, but I don't know. You know, it's so easy to do stuff like that. You know, then again, if he did, you'd probably see a shadow somewhere of someone operating the door. I don't know. And like I said, if he's got one of his friends or a girlfriend in there shutting the door while he's trying to sleep, and they're trying to prank him. That's mean. That's mean. Then again, it could be paranormal. I don't know.
Easy to see why some viewers interpreted this as some kind of paranormal activity, especially with how forcefully the door closes the second time.
What?
Of course, there could still be a more ordinary explanation behind what happened, whether it was airflow inside the house or something else off camera.
I don't think it's
isn't obvious
airflow.
from the footage alone. Even so, the way the door moves and eventually slams shut still looks fairly unnatural.
It
Which is a big
does.
part of why the
It's
clip
very
unsettled so many
unnatural.
viewers. So what do you think happened here? Was this some kind of ghostly encounter, or just a strange coincidence caught on camera?
Well, if it's a hoax, and if it's a prank, that's a mean prank. But if it's especially if it's a ghost pranking him, oh man. You know, I don't know. I don't know what to think nowadays.
Over on the cryptid subreddit, a user posted a video that's sure to get your skin crawling. In the description of the post, the uploader explains that he and his friend regularly go on late night walks and often talk about paranormal topics while they're out. One night, after the uploader left to go to the gym, his friend decided to walk home alone and took the long, spooky way, snapping random pictures along the way like they usually do. According to the post, the friend originally thought he may have photographed an animal, but after increasing the exposure of the image, they noticed something much stranger standing in the darkness. The uploader also insists the image was 100% unedited, other than the exposure increase, and mentions that when they returned to the area the following night, they heard noises that made them feel like they were being followed.
What? What the heck is that?
As you can see, there definitely appears to be something standing off in the distance, though what exactly it is remains completely unclear. The silhouette and shape of the figure look unusual enough to immediately stand out once you notice it. To me, it
yeah.
almost resembles the popular creepypasta turned urban legend known as The Rake, though of course it could easily be something far more ordinary as well. There is the possibility that the figure is simply a person partially obscured by darkness and the increased exposure of the image, which can sometimes make shapes appear much stranger than they really are.
Maybe.
Still, the shape of the figure is unsettling enough to make the image difficult to completely brush off. So what do you think this creature could be? If you have any theories or possible explanations, be sure to let me know down in the comments.
Okay, that's unsettling.
Reddit user Iron Baboon posted a video to the UFO subreddit showcasing some eerie footage filmed on March 25th, 2026 at around 7 p.m. in Doha, Qatar. The clip was recorded during a thunderstorm and doesn't waste much time getting right to the strange part.
Oh.
Throughout the short video, 3 glowing orbs can be seen moving around in the sky in the middle of the storm.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, if that's a spacecraft, their hull must be made of denser alloy than what we have to get through an electrical storm. Oh, man.
Despite the heavy weather conditions, the lights appear distinct and separate
Yeah,
from the
there they
lightning
are.
flashing throughout the clouds.
You can see
The
them.
way the orbs move is what really stands out. They don't seem to behave like flashes of lightning or random reflections,
No.
which is why many viewers immediately connected the footage to UFOs or some kind of unexplained aerial phenomenon. Of course, there's always the possibility that the lights belong to some kind of conventional aircraft, or another more ordinary object in the sky.
They could.
But because of this storm and the limited quality of the footage, it's nearly impossible to say for certain what's actually being captured here. Even so, the way the three orbs appear moving through the clouds still gives the clip a very mysterious feel. So what do you think these mysterious lights were? Could they really be connected to UFOs, or was this something else entirely?
I don't know. It could be a UFO.
A woman named Ricky Hill posted a video to her TikTok account in June of 2025 and walks viewers through a very bizarre and creepy incident that allegedly happened inside her home back in 2019. The home security camera footage starts off relatively uneventful, but within seconds, things begin to feel much more unsettling.
You will see as the light dims and then brightens, and then it will dim again, and then it will brighten again. And if you look past, like towards the kitchen area, right about, let's see, one more time maybe. Right now, you'll see her. You can see her coming through. She comes, turns around, walks past towards the kitchen area again. And then you'll see an orb dip out at the end. Also, if your brightness is not turned up, make sure to turn that up or else you can miss her.
As you can see, the lights inside the house continuously dim and brighten over and over again, creating a pretty eerie atmosphere throughout the footage. But that isn't even the strangest part of the video. Right around here, what appears to be some kind of ghostly woman can briefly be seen walking through the house.
Yeah.
Passing by the kitchen area before seemingly disappearing from view. The figure is faint but visible enough to immediately stand out once you notice it moving through the frame.
Yeah, look
In
at
the description
that.
of the post, Ricky claims that the woman's name was Mary and says she used to live in the house next door.
Okay, that's weird. Okay, spooky happenings in my house. So from what I've learned, her name is Mary. She used to live in the house next to ours. Her husband found out she was having an affair with a couple of men, one of which lived in the house I'm in now. And he ended up taking her life. Oh, well, yeah, I could see why she'd still be hanging around. Ouch.
According to the story, Mary was allegedly involved in an affair with multiple men, including one who supposedly lived in the very house Ricky now lives in. Ricky also claims that Mary's husband later found out and allegedly ended up killing the man. Unfortunately, Ricky never shared where this information came from, or whether any of the story could actually be verified. Even so, if there's any truth to it at all, it definitely adds another layer of unease to the footage. Of course, there's also the possibility that the figure is simply a trick of lighting, camera exposure, or video compression, especially with the lights flickering throughout the clip. Still, the way the shape moves through the kitchen makes the footage difficult to completely ignore.
Yeah.
So what do you think was captured inside Ricky's home? Was this really the spirit of someone connected to the house, or just an eerie coincidence caught on camera?
Well, you know that now that I hear the backstory, yeah, this could be a ghost. You know, she might have unfinished business. You know, she might not be ready to move on to the next life. You know, I mean, you know, this might be her punishment to stick around for a little while. I don't know. It's, you know, you end up having affairs with several men. I mean, come on, your husband wasn't enough? I mean, good Lord, lady. And then your husband ends up ending your life, and the men, I guess the man at the house she had an affair with, oh boy. I can only imagine what her husband was going through.
On December 25th, 2025, a TikTok account known as Urban Explorers posted a video showing them wandering through a forest when they suddenly came across a strange hole in the ground. Curious about what might be inside, they decided to climb down and explore the tunnel-like area beneath it,
Ooh.
which, as you might expect, turned out to be a pretty bad idea.
Yeah. We had a weird feeling about this. We found these tunnels that led deeper underground. This is where we found... Ooh. Kids' clothing? Perfect place to let someone disappear. Ooh.
According to the explorers, they immediately started feeling uneasy once they entered the tunnel, even mentioning that it felt like they were having a panic attack while walking through the area. Despite that feeling, they continued deeper inside. Then, right around the 18-second mark, if you look carefully toward the end of the tunnel, you can make out what appears to be some kind of pale face staring directly back at them from the darkness.
Ooh.
The figure is difficult to fully make out, but it's visible enough to immediately stand out once you notice it. It's easy to see why some viewers found the clip genuinely creepy, especially because the face appears surprisingly clear once spotted. Of course, there's also the possibility that the entire thing was staged or
It might have
edited as a
been.
hoax. At the same time, if the face hadn't actually been added in afterward, it does raise the question of how the uploader supposedly never noticed something so obvious while filming and editing the video.
Exactly.
So what do you think was hiding at the end of that tunnel? Was it simply a hoax or something far creepier?
Well, that's the thing. If they actually caught that on their cameras and they saw it, their reaction would be a whole lot different. And they'd probably flinch and say, what was that? What was that? What was that? I think this was added in. I think this is CGI. I think this was CGI, guys.
Over on TikTok, a man named Kyle Anthony posted a piece of home security camera footage filmed inside his house late at night, during what seemed like a completely peaceful evening. Despite the video starting off normal, it doesn't take very long for things to become a little unsettling. Right around here, one of the chairs in the kitchen area suddenly appears to move on its own. What also
And
makes
even the
moment
cat
interesting
notices.
is that Kyle's cat doesn't really seem to react to it at all.
No.
The movement itself is subtle, but
Well, yeah, but once the chair moves, the cat looks up and sees it. But yeah, he doesn't seem bothered by it.
noticeable enough to immediately stand out once you see it happen. A second clip filmed later that night shows even more strange activity taking place in the kitchen. The fact that both incidents reportedly happened on the same night definitely makes the footage feel a bit more eerie, especially with objects seemingly moving without anyone nearby. Of course, there could still be a more ordinary explanation behind what's happening here, whether it's something off camera, vibrations in the house, or another detail not obvious from the footage alone. Even so, the timing and movement in both clips are strange enough to leave viewers questioning it.
Yeah.
So what do you think was happening inside Kyle's kitchen that night? Could this really be some kind of paranormal activity, or is there another explanation behind it?
I don't know. You know, you have the chair swivel, and the cat looks up. It notices it, but it doesn't really flinch or have a reaction. So, I don't know. And then you see the door in the hallway open up, and the cats walk toward that. I don't know. I don't know. It could be paranormal. It could be staged. I don't know. I'm not sure.
On February 7th, 2026, a TikTok user known as Paranormal Empress posted a video to her account explaining that she was simply trying to take a picture to show her husband that the kitchen light had been left on, when much to her surprise, she captured this.
Whoa, hello. My relative Anne Boleyn.
It's hard to deny just how eerie the image looks. The figure definitely resembles a person, but at the same time, there's something about it that feels strangely off, almost like some kind of ghostly apparition standing in the room. The shape of the face and body are faint, yet still clear enough to immediately catch your attention once you notice them in the photo. The uploader goes on to say that in her opinion, the figure resembles Anne Boleyn, who she claims is actually one of her relatives. When placing the two images side by side, there does appear to be at least some resemblance between
Yeah,
the
there
faces.
does.
Some viewers believe the image could simply be a hoax,
It
with the
could be.
ghostly figure digitally edited into the
It
photo
could
afterward.
be, yeah.
That said, others feel the image looks convincing enough to at least make them question.
Well, yeah,
So what do you think was captured in this photo? Could it really be some kind of ghostly figure, or is there another explanation behind the image?
It's eerie, that's for sure. I'm not too sure about that one.
TikTok user WillowHunter74 says that on the night of March 12, 2026, they were suddenly awoken at around 3 o'clock in the morning after thinking they heard the downstairs tap running. Curious and a little unsettled, Willowhunter decided to check the home security camera footage to see if anything unusual had happened during the night. This is what was reportedly captured.
Okay, plus she fell out of the chair or was pushed out by something. Okay.
The footage first shows a teddy bear suddenly falling from a chair, before a short while later, a nearby door opens on its own.
I
Neither
don't see
moment
any
is especially
strings.
dramatic on its own, but together they create a pretty eerie atmosphere, especially knowing the incidents supposedly happened in the middle of the night,
Yeah.
while everyone was asleep. Unfortunately, there isn't a whole lot of extra context provided with the video beyond the uploader hearing what sounded like running water earlier that night. Of course, there could still be other explanations behind what's happening in the footage. Even so, seeing both incidents happen in the same clip is enough to make the video feel unsettling. So what do you think was happening inside Willowhunter's house that night? Could this really have been paranormal activity or just a strange coincidence caught on camera?
I don't know. I don't see any, I didn't see any strings or anything like that. Now, the teddy bear may have fallen out just by stuff shifting around naturally, but I didn't see anything pulling the door open. I don't know. That's weird.
This eerie video was posted to TikTok on February 11th, 2026 by a user known as Joe the Wheels, and showcases footage filmed by his mother back in 2019, who seemingly encountered something strange while simply trying to relax at home one night.
Okay. That's eerie. Whoa.
Even though the footage is fairly blurry and difficult to make out clearly, if you look closely right around here, you can see what appears to be some kind of ghostly head peering down from the ceiling.
Yeah.
The figure is only visible for a brief moment, but once you notice it, it becomes pretty hard to ignore. What makes the clip especially unsettling is the positioning of the face itself, almost as if something is watching from above in complete silence. Of course, there could still be another explanation behind what's being seen in the footage, especially given the low quality of the video. Even so, the shape visible near the ceiling definitely gives the clip a creepy atmosphere, Unfortunately, it's
Yeah.
unclear what happened after the video ended, but hopefully Joe's mother never had to experience anything like this again.
Yeah, we need
So
more
what do you
detail,
think was captured
guys.
in this video? Was it really some kind of ghostly figure, or just a trick of the lighting and camera quality?
It could be. I don't know. I mean, I want to believe it's a real ghost, but yeah, it could be staged. It could be a hoax. I don't know.
This next video is only a couple of seconds long, but that's more than enough time for it to leave viewers scratching their heads. The video was posted to TikTok by user Midget87 and shows footage from what is presumably the uploader's front yard in the middle of the night. Everything seems quiet and uneventful until suddenly this happens.
Tell me I'm not tripping. Whoa. Hello.
Right around here, a very tall figure can be seen walking across the yard before disappearing from view just a few seconds later. What immediately stands out is the apparent height of the figure. According to the uploader, the fence visible in the footage stands around 6 feet tall, which would make the figure appear significantly taller than an average person.
Yeah.
The movement itself is also unusual. The figure doesn't seem to stop or react to anything, instead continuing across the yard. Some viewers have even suggested that the figure resembles one of the many tall humanoid entities often reported in paranormal stories and urban legends. Without additional footage or context, it's difficult to know exactly what we're looking at here. Even so, if the fence really is 6 feet tall, the apparent size of the figure is what continues to catch people's attention. Sadly, there isn't much context available beyond what we see in the video itself, but there definitely appears to be something moving through the uploader's yard that doesn't look quite right. So what do you think was captured here? Was it really some kind of ghostly entity, or something else entirely?
Let's look at that again. Yeah. It says the fence is supposed to be like 6 feet tall. Okay, that's almost half of that. That thing has to be at least 12 feet tall. That is big. Now it could be CGI, but I don't know. It doesn't look like CGI. I don't know.
Natalie Hopkins runs a YouTube channel where she typically posts videos of herself exploring abandoned buildings and other allegedly haunted locations, documenting her experiences for her audience. The video we'll be looking at today sees her traveling to Bel Air, Ohio, to investigate reports of paranormal activity inside the supposedly haunted Ross house. The video itself is over an hour long and contains a number of eerie moments, but perhaps the most intriguing occurs around the 44-minute mark. Natalie and several others are sitting in the basement, attempting to communicate with a possible spirit, when suddenly this happens.
Okay, one of these days we're going to do a reaction video to one of these ghost hunting videos. Oh, we might do something like this. We might do The Boys. We might do the Atlantic Paranormal or somebody. But yeah, we're going to do that. We might do that for Halloween, or we might do it for a spooky night, or when we have like a Friday the 13th or something like that. We'll see.
Could you give us a sign if anyone is here? Maybe one of the balls, light them up, move them. Could you give us a sign if anyone is here? Maybe one of the balls, light them up, move them. Could you give us a sign if anyone is here? Maybe one of the balls, light them up.
Out of nowhere, Natalie's blouse appears to move on its own, almost as if something is tugging at her. What's particularly interesting is her immediate reaction. She quickly notices the movement and turns around looking genuinely confused by what just happened. The timing of the moment is what makes it stand out. The group is actively attempting to communicate with the spirit when the movement occurs, making it easy to see why some viewers believe they may have received a response. At the same time, moments like this are always open to interpretation, especially when viewed through a camera. Still, the movement is unusual enough that it has sparked plenty of discussion
Yeah,
among viewers.
it looks like it's being
As for
pulled.
what may have caused Natalie's blouse to move, that's something we'll probably never know for certain. So what do you think happened in the basement of the Ross house that night? Was it a genuine paranormal encounter or something else entirely?
Okay, this, I definitely think it was. I think it was. I think something pulled her blouse down. Now, but not out of spite or anything. I think one, to let her know, hey, I'm here. I'm here. And two, hey, let's put this down a little bit. You know, something might have been shown. I don't know. You might have been dealing with the ghost of a lady or a gentleman. And I said, hey, here, let's make it look a little more decent. I don't know. But yeah, I think she had an encounter with the ghost there.
On December 16th, 2025, a woman on TikTok named Abby Dewitt posted a video to her account in which she explains that her autistic son, who was still awake at 1 o'clock in the morning, suddenly began screaming that the elf moved. It's a pretty uncomfortable video to watch, as you can hear genuine fear in the young boy's voice while he points toward the elf.
What moved? What elf moved? I don't see any movement anywhere. Oh boy.
If you look carefully, you can see what appears to be the elf's foot moving.
Oh.
What's interesting is that the movement seems somewhat independent from the rest of the elf, making it stand out to many viewers. At first glance, it's easy to see why the boy thought something strange was happening. A second video was posted later on in which the boy's mother offered an explanation for what happened.
Okay, so here's the mischievous little elves. The night prior, we had them swinging from the ceiling fan by a string, and if you zoom in there, you'll see the string wrapped around the candle. So he was literally just dangling there. So when my son was swinging his little stuffed Charizard around, he was making air movement, which made the elf move.
According to her, the elf was hanging from a string, and the movement was likely caused by her son swinging his teddy bear around nearby, rather than anything paranormal. However, many people in the comments weren't completely convinced. Some pointed out that the movement of the elf appeared slower and more deliberate than they would expect if it was simply reacting to the motion of the teddy bear. Whether the mother's explanation fully solves the mystery or not is up for debate, but it certainly adds an interesting layer to the story.
Yeah, it does.
So what do you think happened here? Was the elf simply reacting to movement in the room, or was there something else going on entirely?
Yeah, it's moving. Now, that's not wind. It's okay. I see it now. Yeah, that's not wind. It's moving the way it's moving slowly. That's no wind. And he's definitely not pulling it because he really does seem alarmed. I don't know.
On October 4th, 2015, a Ukrainian YouTube channel posted a video showing the uploader wandering around the front of Pythietsy Castle, a historic castle located in western Ukraine. At first, the footage seems completely ordinary, simply showing the impressive exterior of the old building.
Look at that.
But within a matter of seconds, something unusual appears to be captured on camera.
Супер. Такое с архітектурою. Ніфіга собі. Андріана! Андріана!
What?
At around the 15-second mark, a strange white figure can be seen appearing in one of the upper windows of the castle. What's especially eerie is that the figure doesn't simply appear and disappear abruptly. It seems to gradually fade into view before later fading away again. The videographer appears to notice the figure as well, calling out someone's name several times before the video suddenly ends. Given the age and history of Pirhiertsi Castle, it's easy to see why some viewers immediately interpreted the figure as a ghostly apparition connected to the location. The castle itself has long been associated with paranormal legends and stories of hauntings. Not everyone is convinced, however. Some viewers have suggested that the figure could have been added digitally, possibly
Yes.
using visual effects and motion tracking to make it appear naturally attached to the window as the camera moves. With a clip this short, it's difficult to completely rule that possibility out. Even so, the way the figure slowly materializes and fades away is what continues to make the footage so memorable. So what?
Yeah, I'm with them. I think that's CGI. But now this guy's got one hell of a graphics analyst, digital graphics analyzer, or graphics engineer. Yeah, video engineer, video graphics engineer, whatever. Yeah, they added that. That they did the fade it in and they did the fade out. And yeah, that's CGI. That's simple CGI.
Do you think was captured in the window of Pirhiertsi Castle that day?
Nothing.
Was it a genuine ghostly figure?
No.
Or something else entirely?
It was CGI. That's not. It's Cap. It's Cap.
This next video comes to us from the UFO subreddit and was reportedly posted to Telegram by Ukrainian Defense Ministry advisor Serhiy Flash Biskresnov.
Okay.
According to Biskresnov, the footage was sent to him by military personnel and was allegedly filmed in May of 2025 at an altitude of around 800 meters. What's particularly interesting is that Biskresnov claims this isn't the first time he's dealt with reports like this. In a previous statement, he explained that after publishing footage of an unidentified object observed by aerial reconnaissance units in 2023, he was contacted by representatives of a government agency that had reportedly been studying such phenomena in Ukraine since Soviet times. He also stated that since the outbreak of the war, investigating unidentified objects in Ukrainian airspace has become more of a military concern than a civilian one, noting that what might initially be classified as a UFO could potentially turn out to be a previously unknown weapon system. With that context in mind, let's take a look at the footage.
Yeah, what is that? It looks like a star shaped. That's not one of ours.
I have to admit there's something about this video that's difficult to put into words. The object itself has a very unusual appearance, and the overall atmosphere of the footage gives it a distinctly unsettling feeling.
Yes, it does.
A lot of people in the comments seem to have had a similar reaction, with many pointing out just how strange the object looks compared to more familiar aircraft or drones.
It is. It does look weird.
Without additional information, it's impossible to know exactly what we're looking at here. Given the ongoing conflict in the region, there are plenty of possibilities that can't be ruled out. Whatever the case may be, it's certainly a fascinating piece of footage. So what do you think was captured here? Could this be some kind of experimental technology, an unidentified aerial phenomenon, or something else entirely? Be sure to leave your theories in the comments.
I don't know. It doesn't look natural. Let's look at that again. Yeah. That does not look natural. It doesn't look like something that we own. It doesn't look like one of ours. Now, I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But it doesn't look earthbound. It doesn't look like something from this planet. I don't know.
This next video is actually one that I featured on my channel
got
several
another one.
years ago, and I thought it would be interesting to take another look at it for those of you who may not have seen it before. The footage we're about to watch was filmed on April 21st, 2006, inside the Valentine Museum, located in Victor, New York.
Okay.
The grainy video shows an investigator making their way through the museum, but it doesn't take very long at all for things to become more than a little eerie.
Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah, there's something manifesting right there. Look at that. Okay, now this, I don't think it's a hoax. I don't think this is a hoax. I think they caught an actual ghost materializing on camera and walking around. There he goes. She doesn't see it for some reason. Yeah, look at that. Just walks out a little. Yeah, look at that.
Right around here, something very strange appears to manifest in front of the camera, creating a moment that has puzzled viewers for nearly 2 decades. The uploader later explained that they showed the footage to several people with experience in the field, none of whom could offer a satisfactory answer for what was captured. According to the story, a television photographer even enhanced the footage and allegedly confirmed that it appeared authentic and showed no signs of being tampered with. Whether those conclusions are accurate or not is difficult to verify today, but the story has certainly helped keep interest in the footage alive over the years. And despite this video now being 20 years old, there still doesn't seem to be any widely accepted answer for what exactly happened inside the Valentine Museum that day.
That is crazy.
So what do you think was captured here? Was it a genuine paranormal event, or is there another possibility that simply hasn't been considered yet?
I think it was a genuine paranormal event. Okay, last one.
A woman on TikTok known as Peach Assassin 99 posted a video captured on her home security camera system that shows her simply relaxing and watching TV at around 3 o'clock in the morning when suddenly something very strange happens.
Oh yeah, we've seen this. Whoa, what?
Right around the 5-second mark, the uploader's hair appears to get pulled upward by an unseen force. She notices it immediately and quickly turns around, trying to figure out what just happened. But there doesn't seem to be anyone else nearby.
Yeah.
Her reaction is what really makes the moment stand out.
Yeah, her
she
reaction.
She was genuinely startled by whatever she felt. A second video was later posted to her account, this time showing another odd incident taking place inside the house.
Oh. She's had enough. So I'm going, nope, not me.
Right around here, several books can be seen falling from a shelf and
Yeah.
on the floor, seemingly all by themselves.
Yeah, and they're not, I don't see any wires or anything pulling them down. I don't see where they could be placed to pull down. Those were pushed off by something.
The fact that both videos were recorded inside the same home is what many viewers found especially interesting, leading some to wonder if the two incidents could somehow be connected.
Could be.
Not everyone is convinced, of course. Without seeing what happened outside the frame, it's difficult to know exactly what caused either event. Even so, both clips are unusual enough to have left plenty of people scratching their heads. Unfortunately, it doesn't seem as though the uploader ever discovered what was behind either of these incidents. So what do you think was happening inside this house? Was it a spirit making its presence known, or something else entirely?
I think a very mischievous spirit. Though you notice that the dogs only react when she moves away. I don't know. I think it's just playful. They don't seem to be bothered by whatever it is. She seems more alarmed by it, but the way it pulls her hair, it seems to be more playful. I don't know. That could be just me.
And that was 17 scary videos. I
Nah,
hope
that's
you enjoyed
weird.
the video, and if
Man,
you
that
did,
one was
then
weird.
subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Yeah, that's CGI. It's gotta be, yeah. Alright, there's the second video, guys. Let's see. Let me bring up OBS. Ah! Alright. Whoa, hello. Well, hello. Oh, hello from Outback, Queensland, Australia. Is a chick. Oh, wow. Well, welcome to the chat. Yeah, you're right. It's a chick. Yeah. You're right. Is a, yeah, Anne Boleyn resemblance. Yeah, I think you're right, too. Yeah, that's just, it's a big stretch. All right. All right, guys, that was the second one. Give me a moment here. I'll be right back, and we'll continue this. Oh, hello. Little thrill there. And yes, that's Sayaka from Sakonosutoka. Don't worry, she's of age. Especially in that video, and especially that. Though it doesn't matter considering she's not real. But anyway, I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. All right. Well, we got two people in the chat. So, welcome to the chat. Thanks for dropping by, both of you. I appreciate it immensely. All right. We're going to go on to the third. Yeah, we got. All right. We'll do 13 scary videos where something felt wrong. All right. Enjoying my cheesecake here. Little reward for working so hard this week here. All right. You guys ready? I know I am. So without further ado, away we go.
Hello everyone, my name is Sir Spooks, and today we'll take a look at 13 scary videos. But before we begin, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more scary content. Alright, with that said, let's begin.
Okay.
The first video we'll be taking a look at today comes to us from a TikTok user known as Able3E, who says the security camera footage in question was filmed at his friend's house in Weslaco, Texas, late one night. For the first little while, everything seems perfectly normal and peaceful, but that quickly changes when this shows up on camera.
Oh, hello. What have we here?
If you take a close look right here, you should be able to make out a pale, human-shaped figure making its way through the homeowner's yard before disappearing from view. The figure is only visible briefly, but it's distinct enough to immediately catch your attention once you notice it crossing the frame.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the video ends shortly afterward, so we never get to see what happened next. There also isn't much additional context provided, making it difficult to piece together the full story. One detail I found interesting is the uploader used the hashtag #GhostGirl in the description of the post. Personally though, I can't really tell whether the figure appears to be female or not. However, the figure in question does seem to be wearing something resembling a nightgown.
It does.
Without more information, it's difficult to know exactly what we're looking at here. Even so, seeing an unexplained figure wandering through the yard is enough to make this a pretty eerie clip. So what do you think was moving through the yard that night? Was it a ghostly apparition or something else entirely?
Well, I tell you what, if it's a real little girl running around in the alley in her nightgown, she gonna be in a lot of trouble. Her parents are gonna get her. And the neighbors are gonna be like, "What are you doing out here by yourself?" So yeah, I don't think it's a real person. It might really actually be a ghost.
A man named Sean D. Austin posted a video to his TikTok account on March 22nd, 2026, showing a piece of security camera footage filmed inside his home in the middle of the night.
Ooh, look at this. Okay, I don't see any strings at all. And it's even backing up and turning around.
Right from the beginning of the footage, a toy car can be seen slowly moving on its own across the floor. What's especially strange is that the movement continues throughout much of the video, rather than being a one-time occurrence. Then, at around the 48-second mark, things get even stranger.
I was going to say, that thing starts moving along. I don't see any wires whatsoever. I don't see any strings. I don't see anything. And even more than that, it backs up. You know, If it's a hoax, that's one heck of a hoax. That's a heck of a hoax, man. I don't think it is. You know, what's going on? Oh!
A picture frame suddenly falls to the ground, adding another unsettling moment to an already eerie piece of footage. The combination of the moving toy car and the falling picture frame is what has convinced many viewers that something unusual may have been happening inside the house that night.
I have to agree with them.
Interpret the footage the same way, of course. Still, seeing multiple odd events unfold in the same recording is enough to make the clip difficult to forget. So what do you think was happening inside Sean's home that night? Was there some unseen presence moving through the house, or was something else going on? I'll let you decide.
Well, yeah, I mean, with that one, that there was no strings attached at all, and plus it backed up. You couldn't see any wires or anything. Now, with the picture falling off, now it may have just fallen off, or a paranormal force may have thrown it off or pushed it off, or someone may have just dropped it after seeing the car move. I don't know. Or it may have been a ghost. I don't know. 11.
Going on a trip with your friends can be one of the most exciting and memorable experiences of your life. There's just something special about making new memories with people you care about while exploring new places together.
True.
But what if one of those memories turned out to be a terrifying one instead? That's exactly what allegedly happened to TikTok user Stinky Keeney, who posted this creepy video to her account on September 6th, 2025.
Stinky Keeney? Okay.
According to her,
she
and her friends were taking photos with a disposable film camera while on a trip to Mexico when one of the pictures ended up capturing something deeply unsettling.
Okay, who the hell is that?
If you look closely behind one of the girls in the photo, you can make out what appears to be a pale figure standing in the shadows.
Yeah.
The shape is faint, but distinct enough to immediately draw your attention once you spot it. What makes the image especially creepy is how out of place the figure seems compared to everything else in the photograph.
Yeah, well, you look close, you can see a ghastly, toothy grin, skeletal grin coming from her. And I don't even see any eyes. It's enough to where you can't even see any eyes. Just the face and the hair and the shadows. Oh, man, that...
I have to admit, the figure kind of reminds me of Nikki from the horror movie Obsession, although it's obviously not actually her.
Don't think
Naturally,
so.
not everyone is convinced by photos like this. Some viewers believe the figure could simply be another person who simply wasn't noticed at the time the picture was taken. Whatever the case may be, it's certainly the kind of photo that makes you take a second look. So who or what do you think was standing behind the girls that day?
I don't know.
Let me know your theories in the comments.
Yeah, look at that. Yeah, I mean, look at it. I mean, there's no eyes. You have a skeletal-like grin. I don't think this was planned. I don't think this was planned. I think they got photobombed by a ghost.
Reddit user Independent Ad 4273 posted a fascinating video captured during a live stream of the Mayon volcano eruption in the Philippines. While the eruption itself is already an incredible sight to witness, viewers noticed something else in the footage that has sparked quite a bit of discussion online.
Whoa! What the? And what is that? Almost like an escape pod or something.
At one point in the video, what appears to be a meteor streaks downward behind the volcano.
Yeah.
Then, at approximately 22:33:23, a second object can be seen rising upward from the area, leading some viewers to compare to a UFO or some other unidentified object. The timing of the two events is what makes the footage so interesting.
Yeah.
Just moments after one object appears to descend from the sky, another can be seen moving in the opposite direction. Many people in the comments found the footage especially intriguing for that reason.
Well,
With
yeah.
some wondering whether the second object could be connected to the first in some way. Of course, without additional information, it's difficult to determine exactly what either object might be. Regardless, the footage captures a genuinely unusual moment against the backdrop of one of nature's most powerful displays.
Yeah.
So what do you think was seen during this live stream? Was the second object something extraordinary, or is there another way to interpret what we're seeing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
You know, almost like it guided the meteor in, or it was a ship that was crashing, and that's the escape pod. I don't know. That is eerie. That is eerie.
We all hate being stuck in traffic for obvious reasons, but TikTok user Jorge Nava had a very different reason to feel uneasy while sitting in traffic on the night of May 13th, 2026. The video shows Jorge caught in a major traffic jam late at night. As frustrating as that already is, something else quickly appears that makes the situation even stranger.
Alright. What in the... There's no one back there.
Right around here, what appears to be a face can be seen on Jorge's dashcam monitor. It only shows up briefly, but is definitely unusual and immediately stands out once you notice it.
Yeah.
The image itself doesn't necessarily look ghostly or monstrous, but its sudden appearance is what has left many viewers wondering exactly what they're looking at. Some people have suggested it could be a reflection, a camera artifact, or something else entirely. Others believe the clip could simply be a hoax designed to look mysterious. Whatever the case may be, it's certainly an odd moment to catch on camera.
Yeah.
Thankfully, Jorge appears to have been perfectly fine afterward, considering he was able to stop recording and later upload the video to TikTok. So what do you think appeared on Jorge's dashcam monitor that night? Was it simply a strange visual anomaly, a clever hoax, or something more mysterious? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
I think he got himself a ghost passenger. Guys, it looks like a little old lady. It kind of looks like a little old lady. And looks like she's kind of hitching a ride in the back for a bit. I don't know. But it looks like he got a ghost passenger for a few minutes.
On March 1st, 2026, a woman named Sarah Hughes posted a piece of home security camera footage to her TikTok account that was recorded in her backyard late at night in Bisbee, Arizona. According to Sarah, she received a notification from her Ring camera alerting her that a person had been detected outside. Since she wasn't expecting anyone that night, she decided to check the footage for herself. This is what she found.
Oh, hello.
Way off in the distance, You can make out what appears to be a human-shaped figure
Yeah.
moving through Sarah's yard before eventually fading from view. The figure is fairly far away, making it difficult to make out any details, but it's distinct enough that the camera seemingly identified it as a person. What makes the clip interesting is how little context there is. We never get a closer look at the figure,
No, we
nor do
don't.
we find out where it came from or where it went afterward. Naturally, viewers have come up with a variety of theories. Some believe the footage may show something paranormal. Others point out that security cameras often make distant people look pale, blurry, or ghostly, especially at night when infrared night vision is being used. Without a clearer view, it's difficult to know exactly what was captured here. To this day, Sarah says she still has no idea what was moving through her yard that night and hopes someone online can help make sense of it. So what do you think was captured on Sarah's security camera? Was it simply a person passing through the area, or something a little more mysterious?
I think it might either be a hoax or it might actually be a ghost. Like you said, the way it is, the way it's positioned, it might be a person, and the way the camera's picking it up, especially the infrared camera, it's distorting it. It's distorting the image, and it's making it look like a ghost. Or then again, it may be something paranormal. I don't know.
TikTok user Coven Haircuts posted a video to their account in July of 2020, showcasing some truly bizarre activity allegedly taking place inside their apartment in the middle of the night. According to the uploader, strange things happen in the apartment all the time, including doors opening and closing on their own. However, they claim what was captured on this particular night was on a completely different level. As you just saw, what appears to be an unseen force suddenly drags a cat across the room. If that wasn't strange enough, a chair can also be seen moving away from the table during another moment of the footage.
Oh!
It's definitely the kind of video that leaves you wondering what exactly you're looking at. To be honest, the footage almost has a surreal quality to it that some modern viewers might compare to AI-generated video. However, this clip was uploaded in 2020, years before the highly realistic AI video tools we have today became widely available. For that reason, AI seems like a fairly unlikely explanation. That said, the possibility of a hoax is still something worth considering. With a video this unusual, it's natural for some viewers to wonder whether there could be trickery involved behind the scenes. Whatever the case may be, the footage has continued to puzzle viewers for years. So what do you think was happening inside this apartment? Was some unseen presence really moving a cat through the room, or is there another side to the story? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Okay, let's look at this again. Look at this. He jumps up and he jumps away, and there goes the other two cats. And there goes the dog, and then there's the... Now, one of the cats could have pushed the chair, but highly unlikely. Now, the chair could have been forced out by a paranormal presence. Yeah, whoa. That's odd. Now, there goes the other two cats and the dog after the other one. I don't know. That's really odd. I'm not sure what to make of that.
For this next entry, we're taking a look at one of the recently released UAP files, published by the United States Department of War. Designated DOWUAP PRO-48, the footage was reportedly captured in 2024 by an infrared sensor aboard a US military platform and later submitted to the All-Domain Anomaly Resolution Office, or ARROW, for investigation. Unfortunately, very little additional information was provided alongside the footage, leaving us to focus almost entirely on what was captured on camera. And what was captured is definitely interesting.
Oh, there it is. Yeah. Whoa, that thing's moving awfully fast. Okay. Let's see this again. Look at that. That thing's moving awful fast. I think we got a couple of alien teens and their space hot rod zipping through the wind turbines, seeing how fast they can go without clipping the blades. It's Gran Turismo extraterrestrial style. Oh, God. Look at that. Whoa. That's too fast to be a drone. And now he just stops. And here he comes around again, and there he goes around onto the other side. Zoom.
As you can see, the footage showcases some sort of UAP moving through an offshore wind farm. One of the most fascinating moments comes when the object appears to pass directly between multiple wind turbines, giving us a much better sense of its movement through the area, before it eventually disappears from view. The footage is admittedly brief, but it's still impressive to watch. The sheer scale of the wind turbines makes the object stand out even more as it moves.
Look at that.
Without additional context, it's difficult to know exactly what we're looking at here. The lack of information surrounding the incident leaves plenty of room for speculation and debate. As amazing as the footage is, I do wish there was more context available, because it would give us a better understanding of what led up to this event and what happened afterward. Even so, it's a genuinely intriguing piece of footage and one that's easy to find yourself watching more than once. So what do you think was captured here? Could this be a conventional object being viewed under unusual circumstances, or something truly unidentified?
Maybe.
Be sure to let me know your thoughts in the comments.
That's weird. You know, that's moving too fast to be a regular drone. I don't know. That's an offshore wind turbines. Those things are an eyesore anyway. So yeah, I mean, wow, it's I think we might have us some extraterrestrial Gran Turismo here. They've got a new sports game running through the wind turbine. See who makes it. Oh man.
On October 24th, 2025, a French TikTok user known as Darkchair posted a video showing a very strange experience she allegedly had while trying to go to sleep for the night. The footage begins with the uploader lying in bed in a dark room, but it quickly becomes apparent that something unusual has caught her attention.
Whoa! What the? What the actual hell? And it's gone. Oh yeah, get that cross out, hun. Oh my gosh.
If you look carefully, what appears to be a dark, smoke-like shape can be seen moving through the room. As the video continues, it seems to drift closer to the uploader, while she remains in the darkness. What's especially interesting is what happens next.
Yeah, she turns the lights on.
As soon as the light in the room is switched on,
it disappears.
The dark shape appears to vanish completely. At one point, the uploader can also be seen holding a cross in front of her, suggesting she was genuinely unnerved by whatever she believed she was seeing. Naturally, viewers have come up with a number of theories. Some believe the footage could show something paranormal, while others suspect the effect may be related to darkness, shadows, camera exposure, or even a deliberate hoax.
It could be CGI, but
the way the shape seems to disappear when the light comes on is what has kept people talking about the clip.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we never get to see what happened after the lights were turned on.
Okay, I'm going to say this right here, right now. It could be that thing could be CGI, but one of the reasons why I don't think it's a hoax is how she is her reaction when she sees the thing. She is literally terrified. She is absolutely terrified. And she feels like she's in fear. It feels like she's in fear for her life. And when she turns the lights on, it's gone. So she has the cross. Now, I get the feeling this has happened more than once. This has happened more than once to her. So she's prepared. Maybe this is the first time it's gotten this close. But yeah, I don't think this is a hoax. I think this is real. And if you're dealing with something that dark, that looks that sinister, hun, I think you're dealing with a demonic presence. Now, you need to have your house cleansed immediately. You need to have yourself blessed. You need to have your house blessed. Have it cleansed, the whole 9 yards. If you've been dealing with this thing off and on ever since you moved in here, yeah, that's not good.
Leaving the story without a clear conclusion.
Yeah.
So what do you think was moving through the room that night? Was it simply a trick of the darkness, or something far more unusual? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
Oh man, I've got goosebumps.
This TikTok video was posted to an account known as SKPS Haunted and showcases some unusual activity taking place inside an allegedly haunted mansion. The footage follows the building's caretaker, Marion, as she securely closes the door leading to the Widow's Walk before making her way to the billiards room, located just down the hall. It's what happens next that has caught the attention of so many viewers.
Everybody up here?
Did I just hear someone say that's freezing? I love that. That door opens again. She's like, no, we're not doing this today. I'm not putting up with this. I'm not putting up with this. No, stay close. I close you, stay close.
After leaving the billiards room, Marion discovers that the door to the Widow's Walk has somehow opened again. Rather than panicking, she calmly responds by telling any potential spirits no, before closing the door once more and continuing on her way.
Yeah, which leads me to believe that she has put up with this for quite a while now. She's used to it. And it's like, not today. Not today, you guys. I'm not in the mood to put up with your BS. I'm not going to put up with this. I close that door. You keep it closed. Yeah, there are some ladies who get used to the paranormal that you don't. The paranormal needs to learn not to mess with, because there's some guys that get used to the paranormal that the paranormal beings like that need to learn not to mess with, because they are in no mood. Either way, they are in no mood to put up with your BS. They've either got too much stuff going on, they've got their own problems to worry about, and yeah, it's like, no, we ain't doing this today.
There's also another detail that many viewers found interesting.
Yeah.
At the beginning of the clip, a voice can be heard saying, "That's freezing."
I thought that's what I heard.
According to the account, the voice did not belong to Marion. Some people in the comments were skeptical of this claim, pointing out that Marion appears to look toward the thermostat around the same time the voice is heard. Others zoomed in on the footage and argued that her mouth doesn't appear to move when the phrase is spoken, leading them to believe the voice may have come from somewhere else.
Yeah. Well, you probably call it an EVP.
Itself, opinions are similarly divided. Some viewers see it as evidence of paranormal activity, while others believe there could be a more ordinary reason behind what happened. Whatever the case may be, Marion handled the situation far more calmly than most people probably would have. So what do you think happened inside this mansion? Was something unseen trying to get Marion's attention, or is there another side to the story?
I don't know.
Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
I definitely get the feeling that she's had to put up with this for quite a while, and she's used to it. So yeah, I don't know. I think she's used to the paranormal by now. I think he's just like messing with her.
A man named Marcus Wilson works as an Uber driver and often records his nights on the road, presumably for safety and documentation purposes while making deliveries. On this particular night, however, Marcus claims he experienced something far stranger than a difficult customer or an unusual delivery. In the description of the post, Marcus explains that he was out doing Uber Eats deliveries.
Okay. So during my usual Uber Eats delivering, and a ghost enters my car uninvited. Whoa. And I see this shoe move on the side of the road. I didn't get the passenger window vibrating, but that stuff was vibrating hard. It seriously scared me more than the shoe or the ghost trying to open the door. It was trying to trick me into going outside so it can get in. It was already tapping that window like it wanted to hop in. Hightailed it out. You live near a cemetery, you better cancel your order or get you another driver.
He suddenly found himself at the center of what he believes was a paranormal encounter.
Well, yeah, and I can't say that I blame him.
It began when he noticed a shoe sitting on the side of the road near a cemetery.
But, I mean, I can understand how he feels, but, come on, dude. Man up, dude. Grow a pair. You gotta realize they just like to mess with your head. They just like to play with you. You gotta be firm and tell them, I'm busy. I'm not going to put up with this. Look at my interior screen. Ghost enters through the window. Whoa! What was that? Whoa! What in the world?
You're gonna see a vibration. Go ahead. See tapping at the window. He's definitely gonna hear.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Hell no. Hell no. Oh, hell no. Hell
Oh,
no. Hell no. Hell
okay.
No. Hell no. Hell no. Hell no.
Marcus says the shoe itself wasn't what frightened him the most. According to him, the passenger side window suddenly began vibrating violently, as though someone was repeatedly pounding on the glass, despite nobody being there. When he later reviewed the footage, Marcus believed he spotted a figure seemingly passing through the vehicle. He also points to the shoe moving on its own multiple times throughout the video, which only added to his unease. As the night continued, things allegedly became even stranger.
What the?
Yeah.
What the?
Oh, he's trying to get out.
What?
Thought someone was messing with me. No.
No. Oh, hell.
Whoa, what the? Dude, you need to run.
Hell no. Hell no. Nope.
Marcus needs a Nope Not Me t-shirt from Art of Kicks.
No. No. No.
Yeah.
The interior door handle can be seen moving on its own.
Yeah, look at
The
that.
door eventually opens.
Oh my
Marcus
gosh.
says realizing all of this happened right next to a cemetery only made the experience even more unsettling.
Oh yeah, I bet it did. I can imagine how creeped out he was. You know, that's why you don't stop at night at a cemetery. That's that haunted. Oh man, that's eerie. Oh. Yeah, Marcus needs a Nope Not Me t-shirt from Art of Kicks.
In fact, he states that after this incident, he no longer wants to make deliveries near graveyards.
Well, yeah,
Honestly,
I can imagine.
It's not hard to see why.
Oh yeah.
Of course, there are also viewers who believe the entire thing could simply be a hoax. With videos like this, it's always difficult to know exactly how much happened off camera. Either way, the combination of the moving shoe, the apparent figure, and the car door opening has certainly sparked plenty of discussion. So what do you think happened during Marcus's delivery route that night?
I think he had a run-in with the ghost. I really don't think this was staged. I really don't think this is staged. I don't think it was fake. I think he actually had a run-in with the ghost. I think he had a paranormal experience.
Did he really encounter something supernatural near the cemetery?
I think he did.
Or was something else going on? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. These next two videos come to us from the recently released collection of UAP files published on the Department of War website. According to information provided by Arrow, the footage most likely originated from an infrared sensor and full-motion video camera aboard a US military platform operating within the US Central Command Area of Responsibility in 2021. The videos were later discovered among a collection of documents sought by members of Congress during a 2026 request for records related to unidentified aerial phenomena. Unfortunately, as with many of the files in the release, there is very little context available beyond that.
Of course.
Still, the footage itself is fascinating.
What in the world is that? What is that, a sphere? The spheres seem to be the new popular things that people have been seeing, whether they're jet black or they're chrome steel or silver or have a silver hull about them. Yeah, there seem to be a lot of them running around the skies. I think they're the whoever is sending these things to Earth. I think that's their version of uh of drones, information gathering drones, or observation drones. That thing is moving fast. Look at that. Wow, that is, whoa. Wow. Look at that.
The video shows what appears to be a dark spherical object moving through a mountainous region. Unlike some of the other UAP clips released by the government, this one remains on screen for quite a while, allowing the sensor to track it as it moves across the landscape. What's especially interesting is how zoomed in the footage is. We get a much clearer look at the object than we do in many similar military videos, making it easier to appreciate its apparent shape and movement. A second video was also released alongside the first and appears to be a direct continuation of the same event.
Oh yeah, there it is.
In the follow-up footage, the same object continues moving through the area for
right
roughly
there.
another 50 seconds before the sensor eventually loses track of it. Naturally, some viewers have suggested the object could have a conventional explanation, but from the footage alone, it's difficult to determine exactly what we're looking at, which is likely why the case remains unresolved. Whether it's something ordinary or something genuinely unusual, it's hard to deny that these are some of the more compelling videos included in the recent release. So what do you think was captured here? Was this simply a distant object being viewed under unusual circumstances, or something truly unidentified? Let me know your thoughts in the comments.
That's weird.
TikTok user K, who goes by Your Fave Bipolar on the platform, works in the lockdown unit of a hospital located in an undisclosed area. On one particular night shift, however, she claims she spotted something on a security camera that left her completely unsettled.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this right now. Well, all the bipolar women that I have met so far, they haven't left a very positive impression on me. I mean, I do my very best to be a gentleman, but yeah, it's like, oh boy. Okay, enough of that. Let's see what she caught.
According to Kay, she was working late when she noticed something unusual appearing on one of the monitors. Take a look and see what was captured.
Can someone please tell me why I'm working a lockdown unit and see this on the camera? Whoa, what in the...
Throughout the footage, a strange, humanoid figure can be seen partially hidden behind a pillar. Rather than walking through the unit, the figure appears to be clutching onto the pillar while making a series of odd movements. The way it repeatedly peeks out from behind the pillar and shifts around is what many viewers found most unsettling. It's difficult to make out any clear details, but the figure remains visible long enough to leave quite an impression.
Yes, it does.
Some viewers believe the footage shows something genuinely paranormal, while others feel there may be a more ordinary explanation behind what was captured. Whatever the case may be, the unusual behavior of the figure is what has kept people talking about the clip. Unfortunately, Kay never seems to have posted any follow-up videos explaining what happened afterward, leaving the story without a clear conclusion. Whatever was captured on that security camera, it's certainly the kind of footage that's difficult to forget. So what do you think was hiding behind that pillar? Was it something genuinely unexplained, or is there another way to interpret what we're seeing? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And that was 13 scary videos.
Let's look at that again real quick. Look at that. It looks, yeah, it does look humanoid. I don't know, man. It's got long ass arms, man. Long legs, long torso, man. I don't know.
I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, subscribe for more scary content. My name is Sir Spooks, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Ooh, I'm still scratching my head at that. All right. All right. That's the third one. I might do another one. I don't know, Chojin. I don't know who Ubers a delivery at a graveyard. Oh, for all we know, drunk alien team messing with you and stuff. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. Oh man. Oh man. Okay, let's see here. Actually, let's do this. All right, you know what we'll do? I'm thinking whether or not. Well, oh, okay. Haven't done this one yet, so you know what? Let's close it out with one of my faves. The man himself, the king of creepy, King Frostmare. The scariest videos caught by accident, number 3. Ooh, that picture's formidable. Let's watch that, and then we'll go from there. Okay? You guys ready? I know I am. So without further ado, let's go. Oh, well, let's go.
About something creepy near a hole in her bedroom ceiling. One evening, he noticed movement up there and began recalling a new apartment.
All right, let's try this again.
After moving into a new apartment, a man's daughter started complaining about something creepy near a hole in her bedroom ceiling. One evening, he noticed movement up there and began recording.
Ooh, that's creepy. Yeah, that's creepy.
What makes the footage even stranger is that nobody had been living on the upper floor for quite some time, and when he asked the landlord about it, he did not get many answers. So the question is, what or who was lurking through that hole that night?
Can you say child predator? Or creepy guy? This is the reasons why we have guns. If I saw that peering through a hole in my daughter's ceiling, I'd be getting my gun, getting up in that attic, finding where my daughter's room is, and if there's someone there peering down on her, watching her, I'd cock that shotgun or cock that gun and tell them you got 5 seconds to get down and get your hands over your head while I call the cops, or I'm sending you to the next life. That's just creepy.
A security camera inside a family's home recorded something that sparked a lot of debate online. The woman who uploaded it offered her own explanation for what happened, but a lot of viewers weren't buying it. She walks through what she remembers from that night. She's in bed when her toddler starts calling out for juice. Nothing unusual about that on its own. But when she opens her eyes, she says she notices something in the room with her. Something she can't quite make out while she's still groggy and half asleep. That's what gets her out of bed. The footage shows what happens next.
Oh, got the baby.
She figured she was probably still out of it, maybe seeing things that weren't really there while her brain was catching up. But a lot of people who watched the video pointed out something else. It wasn't just what she thought she saw, it was how her child sounded. The crying didn't come across like a simple request for a drink.
No.
It sounded more like the child was reacting to something in the room, not just asking for something. Then there's the time it happened. The camera shows it was right around 3 in the morning, a detail that might not mean much on its own, but for people who believe that hour carries paranormal weight, it made the whole thing feel a lot heavier. A number of viewers started suggesting that maybe what the mother saw and what the child was responding to were the same thing. Some believe kids pick up on presences that adults either can't see or dismiss too quickly.
That's right. There are some things that kids can see that we can't. And also, you can also add that to your pets too. They see stuff we don't. So if you have like a dog who is growling at nothing or whining at something in a corner, listen to your pets. If your cat is staring at something and yowling or hissing at something unseen, listen to your pets. They see stuff we can't. And if your child comes in saying and it sees something horrible or there's a monster, he said, there's a monster in my room, no, don't brush it off so easily. Remember, they see stuff that we can't. Okay.
Especially if something has already been
active.
Oh,
You got
in
a
the
little
house.
baby
That's
too.
when she shared a second clip. 3 months before that night, the same Ring camera picked up something she hadn't thought much of. But after people in the comments kept asking if anything strange had happened before, she went back through the footage and found this moment.
Okay. An orb.
If you turn the volume up, you can hear a voice respond with, "I always have." What makes it harder to dismiss is what she says right before that. She's asking her dad, who had passed, if he's still there with her. It's a personal moment, full of grief and hope. And then something answers back in a way that feels deliberate, like it heard the question and knew exactly how to respond. Whether the voice from 3 months earlier and the figure that night are connected, whether it was really her father or something else using his memory, there's no way to know yet. What was recorded in that house remains an open question.
That's odd.
A young man was riding his motorcycle on a busy road in the Philippines, an area known for many accidents, when something terrifying happened. He posted the video to his Facebook account, and it quickly went viral. The footage shows him riding through this dangerous stretch of road when something terrifying and unbelievable occurred that was captured on camera. Let's take a moment and watch the footage to see what happened.
Oh yeah, we've seen this. We've seen this. Yeah, we've seen this. It just disappears. Yeah.
The segment closes without answers, leaving viewers unsettled by the motorcyclist's account. The faceless figure lunged toward him, then vanished as suddenly as it appeared, and the young man remains adamant it had no features, no expression, nothing recognizable as human. The way it moved rules out most normal explanations anyone could think of. It appeared in an instant, vanished just as fast, and witnesses say the thing had a gray, smooth surface with no features whatsoever, no
Just
eyes,
disappears
no mouth,
into
nothing
thin air.
at all. Make of that what you will.
Yeah, that was... I think he caught a ghost.
Heard you. Holy.
A man had been dealing with the same disturbance night after night for months, and it was starting to wear him down considerably. Something was moving in the basement, and it wasn't something he could easily explain away, not just settling pipes or the house cooling off at night. These were footsteps, heavy ones, climbing the stairs from below with a steady, deliberate pace, like whatever was down there had somewhere to be. His wife thought he was imagining it, so he decided to record it himself, set up his phone near the basement door, and waited until it happened again.
Like pounding, stuff being moved. You hear it? So anyways, I'm just going, you hear, it sounded like someone walking up down the steps. But anyways, I'm going down, and I've decided to videotape it to have proof for my wife. She doesn't believe me. All right, here we go. Hello? I know I hear you down here. I know I heard you. Holy, oh my, dude. I just saw, holy, man, holy.
And he's not there.
When he played back the footage later, he found something he wasn't prepared for. A dark figure, low to the ground and moving fast. Briefly visible on the stairs before vanishing back into the basement. He didn't go down to check, and he didn't even open the door for the rest of the night. Soon after, they packed up and moved out. For 6 months, he went quiet. Then he posted again from a new place, a different house in a different area, somewhere that was supposed to be a clean slate. But almost as soon as they settled in, things started feeling wrong all over again.
And it followed him.
Having some really weird happening to me lately. Just in our new house, I moved, and tonight, by just stuff is happening. My dog is acting nuts, and on the charger, battery's at 15%. But anyways, just having weird stuff happening, dog flipping out, and since we've been moving here, that the whole house kind of just has been getting crazy. I remodeled, remodeled kitchen, did everything.
Oh. Whoa.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. Dude.
Their dog wouldn't calm down, pacing and staring at empty corners like something was there. And then, while filming casually one afternoon, he caught something on camera, an object moving across the room with no one near it. The apparent normalcy of a family's everyday life, shared by Lorelei Gonzalez. This case involves what happened to a 10-year-old girl, the daughter of a close friend of Lorelei, who finds herself caught up in something terrifying while playing innocently in her room. What begins as a moment of fun and play in front of a camera soon turns into something far more unsettling and disturbing. Pay attention.
No sé si va a mostrar al principio. Y este tenedor amarillo. Pues tiene... Se me está cayendo todo. Perdón, se me está cayendo todo. Las tacitas. Tengo esta tacita, rosita, y esta tacita como fucsia. Huevo, ¿sí?
Out of nowhere, the doll in the back of the room comes to life in an inexplicable way, knocking over a plastic cup and then moving its arm autonomously, leaving the girl stunned and filled with fear. Years have passed, but the memory still haunts the little girl who witnessed it. Lorelei and others studying the footage grapple with something that defies explanation. Could this be genuine paranormal activity? Or is there another answer? You decide. The next clip comes from a different haunted home. According to the owner Lauren, the paranormal activity inside has been steadily increasing for months. In the days leading up to this night, she had already experienced several unsettling events. Strange footprints have appeared inside that don't match anyone living there. She's seen movement at the edge of her vision, heard voices in empty rooms, and watched objects move on their own. Each incident forms a pattern that's hard to ignore. Each incident alone might seem easy to dismiss, but together they reveal something far more unsettling. One night, just before bed, Lauren began hearing whispers and immediately grabbed her phone to record. Listen closely and you'll hear it yourself.
What's that? What's that? Yeah, what was that, Teddy? Yeah, let's go down. Okay.
Lauren was recording audio, but when she played it back, a shadowy figure appeared in the frame. Some viewers think this shows an intelligent haunting, meaning whatever's there knows Lauren is present and wants her attention. Some investigators think the entity might be connected to the house, growing bolder as Lauren becomes more aware of its presence. Without further updates or clearer evidence, the true nature of what's haunting her home remains a mystery.
Again, didn't mean to nod off. I always didn't mean to get all sleepy-eyed. All right, let's see. Sorry about that, guys. All right. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, we've seen this one. Let's see. Okay, I did not get to see.
Camera soon turns into something
Sorry about
far
that,
more
guys.
unsettling and disturbing. Pay attention.
Okay. I didn't get to see all this.
Y este tenedor amarillo. Lo tiene, se me está cayendo todo. Perdón, se me está cayendo todo. Las tacitas. Tengo esta tacita, rosita, y esta tacita,
Oh.
como fucsia. Huevo. ¿Sí?
Oh. Oh, nope, not me. Nope. Oh my.
Out of nowhere, the doll in the back of the
Oh, okay. That's what you. Oh man. I guess I needed a little nap. I'm sorry, guys. Whoa, that's what she was running for.
room comes to life in an inexplicable way, knocking over a plastic cup and then moving its arm autonomously, leaving the girl stunned and filled with fear. Years have passed, but the memory still haunts the little girl who witnessed it.
Well,
Lorelei
yeah,
and
I can
others studying
imagine
the footage
why.
grapple with something that defies explanation. Could this be genuine paranormal activity, or is there another answer? You decide.
Again, I apologize, guys. I didn't mean to. Oh, I did not mean to nod off like that. All right.
The next clip comes from a different haunted home. According to the owner Lauren, the paranormal activity inside has been steadily increasing for months.
Okay, I'll just say this for King Frostmare. There's a lot of paranormal YouTubers that post the paranormal, supposedly. But after watching a lot of the videos that he posts, I am bound and determined to. I am sorry. Let me rephrase that. After seeing a lot of his videos that he has posted, and he has reacted to, or that he's had on his videos, I'll have to say, after watching them, they actually do seem legit. They actually do. The majority of them actually do seem real. So yeah, it doesn't look like. A lot of them do not look like they were staged. A lot of them look like they were actually real. So
in the days leading up to this night, she had already experienced several unsettling events. Strange footprints have appeared inside that don't match anyone living there. She's seen movement at the edge of her vision, heard voices in empty rooms, and watched objects move on their own. Each incident forms a pattern that's hard to ignore. Each incident alone might seem easy to dismiss, but together they reveal something far more unsettling. One night, just before bed, Lauren began hearing whispers and immediately grabbed her phone to record. Listen closely and you'll hear it yourself.
oh man, that's a big house.
What's that? What's that?
And even her dog's frozen. It's looking at something.
Yeah, what was that, Teddy?
No, Teddy, okay. And Teddy's looking at something. He's like, nope, not me.
Okay.
That was your shadow, honey.
was recording audio, but when she played it back, a shadowy figure appeared in the frame. Some viewers think this shows an intelligent haunting, meaning whatever's there knows Lauren is present and wants her attention. Some investigators think the entity might be connected to the house.
Okay, yeah, that wasn't her. Okay, sorry.
Growing bolder as Lauren becomes more aware of its presence. Without further updates or clearer evidence, the true nature of what's haunting her home remains a mystery.
Okay, yeah, that was okay. Now let's see if I can get to the rest of this without nodding off. Good grief.
A young woman named Aria is staying at an old hotel in Virginia. Around 10 o'clock one night, she's heading back to her hotel room when she spots someone behind her, a man who doesn't look right. She pulls out her phone and starts recording, acting like she's on a video call, hoping it'll make him back off, but he keeps following her anyway.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, I remember this. I remember that. We've seen this. Okay, we can fast forward. Let's see. Is this? Yeah, this is the one where. Yeah, this is the one where even Art of Kicks was going. Yeah, that's Cap. It's Cap. Yeah.
Thing as an elaborate hoax. That's for you to figure out.
Yeah, we've seen that one. What is this?
Jennifer spends her days looking after her aging mother, who is currently battling a life-threatening illness. Late one night, she glances at the monitor, showing her mother's room, and immediately feels her skin crawl.
Okay.
In the recording, a soft, childlike voice whispers what sounds like "come here" in the middle of the night. The elderly woman slowly lifts her hands toward the ceiling and answers. Moments later, the same quiet voice calls out again, clearly saying, "Mama." Jennifer, the woman's daughter, believes the voice belongs to her sister, who died in 2017. She thinks her sister is there to comfort their mom as she passes to the other side.
Oh, man. If that's true, what a shame. What a shame that she died so young. And no one should have to endure their child dying before them. Oh man. Oh. All right.
This clip comes from a dashcam in Malaysia. Two guys are driving late at night on an empty road when something suddenly steps out in front of the car.
This had better not be the same thing we saw a while ago.
The driver jerks the wheel hard to avoid it, and the vehicle swerves off the road completely.
Oh! Whoa! No, I have not seen this one before. Ooh! Well, I'm awake now. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
Right as they come out of the curve, you can see something standing directly in their path. The driver swerves to avoid whatever it is, and the car veers off onto the shoulder.
I can imagine that would give someone quite a jolt.
According to the passenger, what they saw didn't look like a person. He says it had a human shape, but it was see-through, grayish, and had no face at all. He's certain it wasn't just someone crossing the road. What makes people take this one seriously is that the same stretch of road has a history of crashes that nobody can really explain. Some locals think whatever showed up on camera might be connected to those accidents. Whether that's true or not, the footage is hard to ignore.
Yeah. I think you caught an apparition on camera, my man. Oh, man. Yeah, that'd be enough to make anybody jump out of their skin.
A guy in Colombia posted a video that's been spreading fast online. He says his cat started acting really off one day, just completely unlike herself. She wouldn't stop staring at one spot in the house, totally locked in, barely even blinking. He had no idea what she was looking at, but something was clearly holding her attention. So he grabbed his phone and hit record, and what happens in the footage is genuinely unsettling.
Nieves, ¿qué pasó? ¿Qué ves? Oye, Nieves. Psst, psst, psst. Nieves. Marica se quedó congelada, weón, vea.
Oh, man, he is locked in. He is locked in. Something really has his attention.
Putas, vea. Nieves. Marica. Nieves, ¿qué miras? Nieves. Dios mío, parece un... Nieves. Nieves, oye, ¿qué estás viendo? Nieves, nena.
Oh,
¿Qué
girl,
ves,
I'm
Nieves?
sorry. Whoa, wait a minute.
Parece una
Is
estatua.
that...
¿Qué pasó? ¿Qué estabas viendo, nena? ¿Por qué me asustas así? Ya. ¿Qué pasó, mi niña? ¿Qué pasó? Ey. ¿Esto qué putas? ¡Au! What? ¿Qué pasó?
The cat just sat there, frozen, eyes fixed on the far side of the room. He called her name, tried petting her, even waved his hand in front of her face. Nothing. She didn't move. Then, out of nowhere, she turned and went after him. According to the uploader, she'd never been aggressive before. Not once. This was completely out of character. When people watched the clip, many noticed something in the corner, right where the cat had been staring. A dark shape or shadow that shouldn't have been there.
Yeah.
Many viewers suspect the cat detected a presence invisible to human eyes, since cats are widely believed to sense spiritual phenomena that humans cannot perceive.
Well, pets in particular, animals in particular, can do it, can see. I don't know.
If you ask people to list the creepiest locations they can think of, hospitals usually show up near the top.
Yeah.
Everything about them feels off. The bright lights, the empty halls at night, the smell of disinfectant. And of course, it's where a lot of people take their last breath. The video we're looking at came from TikTok, and it shows a woman walking through a hospital late at night. She's heading into a part of the building that's normally off limits, a closed wing that's been shut down for years. That area has a long history of strange activity, which is exactly why she decided to film. She thought she was back there by herself, but pretty quickly it starts to feel like she's not alone anymore.
I heard something up there. I heard a voice. I'm not kidding you. I heard a voice. I heard a voice. I heard a fucking voice. Look at that. That chair. I heard something up there.
Early in the recording,
I think this lady's just jittery as hell. She's just jittery.
a voice with no visible source echoes down the hallway, and moments later, a shadowy figure materializes at the corridor's far end. Is this a restless spirit unwilling to move on? Or perhaps a lost soul trapped within the walls, wandering endlessly in search of an exit? Almost no background information exists for this recording, and the original uploader has gone silent since posting it. Now the mystery is yours to solve. Share your theories in the comments and tell me what you think is actually happening here.
That's interesting.
A woman named Madison started filming inside her own home after trying for weeks to tell friends that something was off with her daughter. No one believed her. They all said she was reading too much into it, that she was just being paranoid. Her daughter had been talking about a man in the house. She called him her friend. At first, Madison thought it was just an imaginary companion, the kind of thing kids come up with on their own. But the more her daughter talked about him, the more detailed it got, and the harder it became to brush off. The girl would look at empty corners and doorways and talk like someone was standing right there, like she was holding an actual conversation. That's what made Madison finally grab her phone. One evening, while they were settling down for the night, her daughter started talking again. This is what Madison caught on camera.
Yeah, guys, if your kids are seeing something that you can't, don't just blow them off. Don't just oh, well, it's just imaginary. No, listen to your kids. Like animals, kids can see stuff that we can't. So always listen to your kids. If they see something that you can't, always listen to them. Because you never know. You never know.
Yeah, but what?
We hear something.
You can hear something.
Yeah.
Aww.
What?
What is that?
Can you see something?
What is that?
I don't know. What is it?
Oh, she's adorable. She's adorable.
Huh?
She kind of reminds me a little bit of my little cousins. They're so cute. Oh. No, that's the bad thing about if it's just a ghost, if it's just a lost soul who has found her and has attached itself to her protectively, okay, that's fine. But if it's taking advantage of her innocence, yeah, you need to get your house blessed, and you need to get your daughter blessed, and get that entity away from her.
What? What's gone?
Over there.
Huh?
Over there.
Over where?
There.
What do you mean?
In the there.
What is it? What is it, Billy?
What's that?
I don't know. What can you see?
It's black.
He's black.
I cannot deal with this. She's talking about the things she can see. Apparently he talks to her. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Does he talk to you?
He's coming.
He's coming.
Yeah.
Oh.
Teddy's coming.
Huh?
Bird's coming.
Yeah.
The baby's coming.
A baby's coming.
Yeah.
Oh.
A lot of people who watched the clip said the most unsettling part wasn't what the daughter said. It was how Madison reacted. She didn't brush it off. She didn't change the subject. She answered her daughter calmly, like she knew that whatever the girl was seeing or hearing was completely real to her. Was this simply a child's imagination taking shape in a quiet moment? Or was it perhaps a glimpse of something unexplained that chose to reveal itself only to the one person who wouldn't dare question it? You decide.
I bet it's freaking her out. Like I said, always listen to your children.
Back in 2023, a group of friends decided to film their visit to La Plata Cemetery in Buenos Aires, Argentina. The historic cemetery dates back to 1886 and is extremely vast, with thousands of people buried there. Anyway, while they were exploring the cemetery, something frightening suddenly happened to them.
Alright, I think we've seen this before, but I'm not sure.
Something that is very difficult to explain and that they definitely didn't expect to encounter during their investigation.
Oh, yeah, this. Now look closely, guys. Oh, look at that.
If you watch closely, a pale hand appears from inside one of the coffins for just a second before pulling back. The movement is so quick you'll miss it if you're not paying attention. The man filming and his friends didn't notice anything unusual while they were there. He uploaded the video to his channel normally, without mentioning anything odd in the title or description. It wasn't until people started watching that a few viewers caught it and left comments asking what that hand was. Here's why it's hard to dismiss as a prank. That crypt is falling apart, and the coffin looks like it could collapse if anyone tried to climb inside. The wood is rotted and brittle, and getting in there to fake something would be genuinely risky, maybe even life-threatening. This part of the footage ends on an uneasy note, with the strange activity still unresolved.
Yeah, I remember seeing that first time, and I'm like, whoa, that's creepy. That's very creepy.
This clip went viral online without anyone finding out where it came from. It shows a few guys driving through the middle of nowhere late at night when something runs straight at them.
Oh yeah, we've seen this.
Wait a second. I think I see a...
We saw this on Sir Spooks one time. It's been a while.
I thought I seen a big buck or something. Wait, stop right there. What is that? Is it a buck?
What is that?
Dude, that's what... Dude, go. What is that? Dude, that's not a buck, dude.
Ooh.
Dude, go.
Out of nowhere, a strange and terrifying creature appeared. It looked human-like and was running swiftly toward the car. The young men were overwhelmed with fear and sped away while screaming in terror. If this was neither a human nor an animal, as some people claim, then what do you think this thing could have been?
I don't know.
What is that? Is it a buck?
What is that?
Dude, that's not a buck, dude. That's not... Dude, go.
Makes you wonder what they saw.
Misty tells...
I mean, the camera itself was blurry. Makes you wonder what they actually saw coming toward them. Dude, that's, you know, and it may not even been something paranormal. It might have been just some creepy guy scaring them away. Yeah, the paranormal's bad enough, but man is the biggest monster you'll ever find. Because anywhere you go, because human beings, they're capable of doing stuff that you can't even imagine. So they're the most dangerous monsters out there.
Us that unsettling things have been occurring in her residence for some time, while her spouse is gone, working as a long-haul trucker. It begins subtly, like picking up sounds from her infant monitor in the middle of the night. Initially, she assumes it's simply a malfunction, but then one evening, she's convinced she picks up odd music coming through the monitor.
Yeah, this.
When she reviews the camera footage, she witnesses something she cannot fully rationalize. Misty posts the footage to her social media and reveals that her 10-year-old daughter, Olivia, previously slept in what's currently the nursery, but she now has a different bedroom on the upper floor. Her previous bunk bed remains in the infant's room, vacant ever since the new infant came, which is why what Misty witnessed on the infant monitor truly disturbed her. This is what she witnessed.
Yeah, this.
Guys, oh my god.
So I've been recording the baby monitor anytime the sound or the motion detection goes off so that I can show my husband because he's on the road and I wanted to send him all this crazy shit that's been going on. Watch this video and tell me what you see. I literally ran up there so fast. There's nothing in her room. I brought her downstairs. This motion and sound detectors are still going on. I'm freaking out right now.
Misty notices that right above her sleeping infant, something is shifting on the upper bed. Misty rushes upstairs as quickly as possible and inspects the room, but there's nothing there. The upper bed is totally vacant. Following the posting of the footage online, people begged her to reveal more of the upper floor space, particularly that room. Frightened but determined to demonstrate what's occurring, Misty returns upstairs and begins filming.
We moved my daughter from this room into this room. She got new furniture. That's why the bunk bed is still in there. Then we moved the baby from my office, which used to be her bedroom, now it's my office again, up into this room. So this is the attic that's in between the rooms that I was talking about that's cracked. It's been that way for a while, so it's not something that I'm overly concerned about, but y'all have got me freaking out in the comments. I cannot even breathe walking in this room because I am truly terrified, but I'm gonna walk y'all in here real quick. This is the bunk bed. This is where I took her out of her crib, ran up the bunk bed. There was nothing up there when I came. We have her rocking chair, her changing station, her closet with all of the stuff that we still need to put up. This is where I have everything that was gifted. I know a lot of y'all were saying check stuff that came from a thrift store or that wasn't yours because it might be causing it. I will show you guys up here. There's nothing suspicious. There's no hair from like a rat or something that could have came in. This is marker. These are still tucked in on the sides, like they're still tight from, you know, if somebody was trying to be underneath the blankets. I don't think that's plausible, so I don't know. I have no idea what could be causing it. Oh my God, it's rocking.
Misty guides her viewers through the room, describing why the bunk bed is there. She moves toward the bed and reveals the upper bunk. There's nothing there. But then the rocking chair beside the bed begins moving entirely on its own. Misty screams and flees from the room. She mentions she was extremely frightened. She brought her children to remain with her parents until her spouse would return home. Because if something supernatural is lurking in the infant's room, it's revealing its presence and slowly growing more aggressive.
Okay, if this is true, girl, you need to get your infant out of there. I imagine if you explain what's happening to your daughter, I'm sure your daughter will go, hey, Mom, let her sleep in here with me. It's fine. You know, you need to have that place blessed. You need to have it smudged. You need a priest to come in and bless it. Maybe bless the house. Whatever. You know, no, don't just leave your kid in there. Yeah. And if it truly is rocking by itself, that's whatever it is in here letting you know it's still here. So you need to do something. You know, don't leave your child in there. Oh man. Okay. All right. You know what? That's it. All right. Yes, Jojen. I know. I fell asleep. Oh, gosh. Oh, man. Oh, my gosh. All right, guys. Thank you all for coming to the chat. That's going to be all for right now. It's getting toward the time where, well, it will be soon where I'm probably going to be watching some stuff with my dad. So, yeah. I'm going to stop right here. Maybe later we can do some more stuff. We'll have to see. once again, I'm sorry I nodded off in the middle of the broadcast. Oh, which is weird because I don't know. Oh well. Anyway, like I said, maybe we can do some more later on tonight, or maybe even tomorrow. So, like I said, thank you for being patient with me. Thank you for staying in my channel. Thank you, Chojin, for staying in my channel. I don't know if Is a Chick is still in there or not, but thank you both at least for coming to the channel and saying hi and commenting. So, and staying civil. I really appreciate that. But right now, I'm going to stop right here, and maybe we'll go ahead and do something later. We'll see. But right now, I'm going to stop up this live stream and get ready to start watching stuff with my dad. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for those of you who are watching this after the broadcast. Thank you for stopping by and watching. Just ignore or my nodding off, please. I haven't done that in a while now, but oh well. Maybe I was a lot more tired than I thought I was. But anyway, I have been hard at work this week, so I was probably worn out. But anywho, for now, I'll see you all in the next video. Until then, you guys stay safe. It being summer, you stay cool, stay creative, and stay awesome. And I'll see you then.